FanSided Sunday night live. Great to see you, and great to see you, Josh Hill. Welcome into our Colts Chiefs extravaganza as we recap everything that's gone on already today. A crazy day in the world of football. I don't know if you were watching the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders, but I'm recovering still, Josh Hill, as a Bears fan here.
I can imagine, but the Bucs lost today too, so we're both in a bad spot.
But that's nothing new for you. Like, I'm just used to living Super Bowl dreams over here. All right, let's go through the games today, and we're going to start with the Seahawks and the Rams as Seattle pulls off a 30-29 thriller. Of course, this one in the book, so a while back now, but two straight losses. I don't know. Should the Rams be concerned as to their fate in the 2019 football season? What do you think?
I would say not yet. Now is not the time to panic just yet for the Rams, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're out of the woods. You know, you lose to the Buccaneers last week, you give up 50-plus points, and then this week you lose to the Seahawks. It's on the road, so that's a little tough, but it's a divisional game, and you can't lose too many of those. The problem with this is the 49ers are a lot better than everybody thought that they were going to be this year.
It's true.
So it's not just the Rams division to run away with, and the Seahawks are good too.
Yep.
So it's the Rams, it's the Seahawks, and it's the 49ers that makes things a little bit tough.
It was a phenomenal football game. I mean, all right, Thursday Night Football. Way to come and it's been bouncing back huge this year. All right, let's move on to the Panthers and the Jaguars. Gardner Minshew, I love you, but didn't work out quite all the way today. 34-27, Carolina gets a win. Let's start with Minshew. Yeah. Do you think that Gardner Minshew, the sixth-round pick, who should have been a Chicago Bear, could lead the Jags to a playoff spot?
I think so. I think that they're the best team in that division right now. I don't buy the Houston Texans. I would say he's easily the second best quarterback in that division. There's a lot of teams out there right now that are wishing that they hadn't passed on Gardner Minshew. The Bears are one of them, but I think there's some teams in the AFC South too. If you look at Tennessee, a really good quarterback situation going on there. I very much think that the Jaguars, if things continue to hold the way they do, if Bill O'Brien is the thing that's between them and winning the AFC South, the Jaguars are going to the playoffs this year, and we need playoff Gardner Minshew. Give it to me.
So, do we think that, as far as from a Carolina standpoint, I mean, Kyle Allen today was 17-30. That's not super sexy, but whatever, getting the job done, 180 yards, threw a touchdown pass. Is it all over for Cam with the Panthers?
I think it was all over with Cam before this. You know, his contract's up at the end of the year. They're going to move on from him. He's got these injury problems. He'll catch on somewhere else. This isn't the end of Cam in the NFL. This is the end of Cam in Carolina. I don't know if Kyle Allen is the future in Carolina, but he's definitely showing the Panthers that this season isn't as lost as it maybe otherwise would have been with Cam being out the way that he is.
Seeing you, by the way, on the chat. What's up, Chiefs fans? How you doing, Samuel and Shane? Green Bay going down next Monday night. We shall see. Packers getting it done with the Cowboys today. We'll get to that in a second, but let's talk about the Patriots and the Redskins, 0-5, 5-0, 33-7 New England. Should we be worried, though, about Tom Brady here as, this is a 42-year-old guy who's now dealing with a little health issue?
Yeah, we should be worried about Tom Brady. I'm worried about Tom Brady. We've seen this before. It happened with Favre. It happened with Peyton Manning more recently. These old quarterbacks who get up there, and we don't believe that they can fall off the cliff, and then they do. Peyton Manning was like, there's no way he's ever going to fall off the cliff. He's always going to be Peyton Manning. Look how hard and far he's throwing these deep balls. It's because he had no more arm strength. Two brutal picks in the red zone for the Patriots and Tom Brady these last 2 weeks. I'm not saying that the Patriots aren't going to win the Super Bowl or that this is somehow the end of the empire, because we were always premature with that. But this is now the time to say Tom Brady's losing a little bit off of his fastball. He's still got a really good fastball, but he's not who he was, and this is kind of the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I'm going to still take the Tom Brady 85-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh, they're winning the Super Bowl regardless. So yeah. That's the thing that's the kicker about the Patriots.
Is it over for Jay Gruden in Washington?
Yes, it was over 2 weeks ago. Nothing is saving his job. He will be coaching the Atlanta Falcons next year, though. I'm dying on that hill.
You're really?
There you go.
The die on the hill. I don't know. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Let's move on to Buffalo as the Bills. You know what? I just always like to root for the underdog, and the Bills are absolutely that. But these are no longer maybe your. At least the same underdog Bills now at 4-1 as they win on the road at Tennessee. The Titans slipped to 2-3. It's a good win for Buffalo, 14-7. Not sexy either, but Josh Allen, 23 of 32, 219 yards, couple of touchdown passes. We putting this one on Mike Vrabel, though, if we're looking at it from a Tennessee standpoint?
Yeah, big time. Cairo Santo misses how many field goals? Chip shot field goals. And then you put him out there for a 53-yarder, and he's just like, what? I can't believe he missed. Vrabel, we're going to start asking questions about Vrabel as a head coach. coach. I don't think that those are necessarily fair yet because he's still done a lot with a little in Tennessee. His defense is great. 14 points against the Bills, who aren't necessarily, a titanic offense, but the defense plays well. It's the quarterback play, it's the offense is where he really needs to kind of fix things. Next year, I would say we're starting to blame more and more on Vrabel. Right now, it's just a frustration.
Do we think the Bills can keep this up?
I hope so. I died on the hill that they were going to be a playoff team this year, and it certainly looks like they are. They haven't beat a lot of impressive teams. This is their first kind of impressive win. 14-7 on the road against a good team in the Titans with at least a good defense. They're able to win. They're moving in the right direction.
I like this die on the hill brand you're building over here, by the way. I like this. Is it catching? Do you have shirts?
Not yet, but we will.
Okay, well, you should. Let's go. Let's do the Ravens and the Steelers as continues to go south for the Steelers. 26-23, Baltimore survives in overtime. Is this the end for Pittsburgh?
I think so. I mean, you lose Ben Roethlisberger the entire year, and then you have that really scary situation with Mason Rudolph.
That was terrifying.
Somehow he's able to walk off the field. Thank God for that.
How did they get the chin strap off? That was like...
Well, I mean, you can take it all off. It's all just bolted on there.
I felt like I was watching Jack Nicholson in Easy Riders.
There you go.
But anyway, that's a little bit of an older reference for you young crowd out there. Great movie. Go see it. Easy Riders awesome. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Do you think this is the end for the Steelers?
I think it is, yeah. I think last year was kind of the end where we thought maybe they're going to move on from Mike Tomlin. Roethlisberger was going to retire. Roethlisberger says he's going to come back after this injury. The question is, do the Rooneys say this is the end of the era and then move on? They're a very loyal ownership, a family. I mean, they've only had 3 head coaches in the entire history of the franchise dating back to, the 60s. So... I would say this is the end of this current era for the Steelers, and what a way for it to end.
Lamar Jackson today, he ran it 14 times for 70 yards. He threw it for 161 and a touchdown, 19-28. Mm-hmm. Ravens, third best team in the AFC?
By default, because there's not a whole lot of other good teams out there. But I would say, they went into Kansas City a couple weeks ago and played them tight. They have a good blueprint on how to beat the Chiefs. I don't think that they will, but... I would say that if you had to line them up right now, it's the Chiefs, it's the Patriots, and then you would throw the Ravens in there because you can't ever count them out.
Houston Texans.
Ugh.
53.
Oh,
the Falcons 32. This is where my Bears fandom comes out here when I watch Deshaun Watson
go nuts.
5 touchdown passes, and he was 28 of 33, and he had a quarterback rating of 158.
Yep.
Okay, I mean that is a phenomenal.
You're saying that's not Mitchell Trubisky?
Preposterous performance, but I don't know. Can the Texans have the best offense in football here? How high is up for Houston's offense? That was incredible today.
It's a tease for Texans fans because as long as you have Bill O'Brien as your head coach, that will handicap anything that you can do. That is going to hold you back. Bill O'Brien is not the answer. Deshaun Watson is, and we've seen over the course of his very short career the number of times that O'Brien has kind of been a roadblock for his success. I mean, the guy was in an iron lung essentially last year because nobody can block for him. I think this was a fluky game for the Texans. I think that it shows you what they can be, though. So that there's a lot of hope here for if they get rid of Bill O, what can they be? That's if I'm a Texans fan looking at it that way.
Where do the Falcons go with Dan Quinn?
It's different directions. Separate directions. I don't think he's going to be back next year. You can't have a team that is a Super Bowl talented team on paper and just perform the way that they are. That's why I said I think Jay Gruden's there next year. He gets fired in Washington. They'll give him a job down there at Atlanta. We'll see what he can do with it.
That would be interesting. All right, we move on to your squad, and that's the Tampa Bay Bucs, who slipped to 2-3.
Yuck.
The Saints are 4-1, and Teddy Bridgewater 4 touchdown passes today, 314 yards. You got to be happy for Teddy, but I do think the question remains out there. Can the Saints be an elite team in the NFC with Teddy as their quarterback?
I think that they already are an elite team in the NFC with Teddy as their quarterback. All they're doing is they're treading water until Drew Brees comes back, and we saw this week that he may be ahead of schedule in his progress. So if they can get him back, look, best case scenario was they maybe finish 500 in this stretch with Teddy. Now it looks like they're going to finish way on the other side of that, and that's very encouraging if I'm a Saints fan. And again, they're the most complete team in the NFL. They adjust from week to week. We've seen that the last 2 years. They start slow. They identify what's going wrong, and they fix it. When's the best time of year to be able to adjust week to week and fix problems? The playoffs. And if they're doing this with Teddy Bridgewater now, Drew Brees comes back, fits right in like a glove. I mean, they're dangerous.
Your Bucs got anything here, Hill?
No, they are who we thought they were. And it's ugly. It's gross.
All right. Let's move along to as we're about 7 minutes away from kickoff. The Chiefs and the Colts. Kansas City looking to stay perfect, get to 5-0. Let's do the Vikings and the Giants. 28-10 Minnesota. New York is not great, but Kirk Cousins is having a rough time of it. But today he was a whole lot better. So should we give Kirk some credit? Found the end zone a couple of times.
He did, but he beat a bad team, and that's what you're supposed to do when you're a good team. You're supposed to beat the bad teams. And I don't think we should give Kirk Cousins any extra credit just because he beat the Giants. What I will say, though, is Vikings fans are so jaded from all these years of quarterback problems, specifically now with Kirk Cousins, to see him have a good game, we can't really take that away from anybody. Maybe this is the first baby step in him being able to put together, or salvage, I guess, the rest of the season. But we'll see. I guess we'll take it 1 week at a time.
22 of 27, 306
he
yards.
He can be good when he's good.
For Kirk Cousins, ye of the $84 million
How often can he be good?
Deal. Let's flip it to the Giants side. Mm-hmm. Daniel Jones, who had a lot of hype, but
my guy.
Now we're going. Should we be concerned that Daniel Jones is not all that in a slice of cheese, Hill?
I think that the Take Factory is going to churn out a lot of takes saying that we were premature with this. I don't think so. He's a rookie and he's playing for a very bad team in the New York Giants. So to see him have the success he had for his first couple of games, that's great. That's fine. But let's not say that his first bad game, this was a bad game against a good defense, is somehow indicative of him being a bust. Let's kind of ride this out, and let's live in the moment with Daniel Jones. We didn't expect this, and we didn't expect him to be this good. So let's just kind of live in the moment and enjoy this. Don't be too harsh on him.
I like him. I didn't like the pick at the time.
Well, when Trubisky's your quarterback, you like just about anything. The grass is always greener on the other side.
That's true. And speaking of Mitch and company, let's do that. Oakland 24, the Bears 21. Oakland had a 17-0 lead early as the Bears were getting manhandled on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. And then the Bears come roaring back, courtesy of some Raiders ineptitude and some special teams play. Took a 21-17 lead. This team that's thinking they're perhaps a Super Bowl contender had Oakland 97 yards away from getting in the end zone and winning a football game, but they could not hold them down, so Oakland gets in. What's your take of what happened to the Bears today?
When Chase Daniel threw that last interception, the back-breaking, game-losing interception, that's when he unzipped his Halloween costume and revealed that he was just Mitchell Trubisky all along.
Oh, okay.
How can the Bears always do this? I mean, the Rex Grossman Super Bowl, the defense was great, but Rex Grossman was the quarterback. I mean, McMahon, they won with him in '85, but at least he was,
McMahon was legit.
He's like middle of the road at best, but because he's against all of these other terrible Bears quarterbacks, he's been elevated, and that's not taking anything away from him. I mean, the man won a Super Bowl, but we are now decades removed from that, and the Bears still have the same problem. They don't have a quarterback, and they have a world-class defense. They got today, and I want to chalk a lot of that up to maybe the London time thing, so...
That's not fair.
But I don't know.
I can't put it on London.
I'm not concerned if
Raiders had to travel too.
That's true. But the Raiders are playing with house money.
Okay, but that's a bad loss.
It's a straight bad loss.
Straight bad loss.
Khalil Mack didn't talk to the media for a reason after that game.
Well, Khalil Mack didn't show up today, which was interesting. I mean, the Raiders definitely paid a lot of attention to him, but he had one hit on the day, one tackle on the day, and the Bears hit the quarterback one time.
Not good.
Not good at all. Are the Raiders, in your mind, a playoff contender?
I mean, I think we have to take them a little bit more seriously than we were going to before, but no, I don't think that they're a real playoff contender.
I like Derek Carr, man.
I like Derek Carr, and I think that they're going to be interesting, and I think they'll be in the chase. And I would love to be wrong about the Raiders, because everybody has dogged the Raiders for so long, especially since Gruden got there. I would love nothing more for them to make the playoffs just so they can say, hey, guess what? Everybody laughed at us. Like Gruden said after the game, he said, I don't have a disco ball, but I'm going to dance. So I'm here for the Raiders swagger. Yeah,
I mean, he was entertaining today, I'll say that. All right. Eagles 31, the Jets 6. Jets doing this on purpose? Are they trying to catch the Dolphins? What's going on here?
They're having a real hold my beer moment with the whole Dolphins are tanking. They're going to go 0-16 and get the number 1 pick. The problem is that I don't know if they're doing it on purpose. The thing is, you don't give Sam Darnold all of the first team reps all week long and then start Luke Falk. Like, that's just not how this works. I don't know. Adam Gase is starting to look more and more like a one-and-done head coach to me. And maybe they just blow it up and they find somebody who can work with Darnold, because whatever's going right now is not working. And if you look at the Dolphins, at least they have hope. They've got a war chest full of picks that they can use.
Yeah. What
do the Jets have? They've got Darnold. And if they don't find the right guy to develop Darnold, or a guy who is interested in developing Darnold, which Gase doesn't seem like he is right now, then you got to find somebody else.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. Do you think we counted the Eagles out too early?
I think we did. I think we really did. They're coming back with a roaring vengeance. If they beat the Jets, let's call it what it is. It's not like they went out and beat the Patriots or anything like that. But, I mean, the Eagles, they started slow. They wouldn't be the first team that started slow and then ended Super Bowl favorites. The last couple of years, the Saints started the season 0-1, 0-2. Entered the playoffs as Super Bowl favorites.
Long season, baby. And speaking of long seasons, Denver 20, the Chargers 13.
Oh, yeah.
The Broncos, man. Vic Fangio, I knew you'd get a win at some point this year. You finally got it done. Does this sink the Chargers now 2-3?
I think it does.
Really?
I think it does. I mean, but the AFC, like we just said, with the Ravens, are they the third best team? We don't know. I think that there's room that the Chargers can maybe come back. Saying that you're the third best team doesn't mean that you're going to be going to the Super Bowl. It just means that you're the third best team in the AFC. I would say that the Chargers, they can figure it out. Phillip Rivers is still there. That defense is still very good. This is a bad loss like the Rams to a divisional opponent. It hurts. But again, marathon, not a sprint.
Yep. All right. Fair enough. Let's wrap up here. We did not do the Packers and the Cowboys, and that was an interesting football game. I mean, Green Bay was running away with it. Dallas made it interesting, but 34-24. Green Bay's 4-1, first place in the North, and this Packer team looks rejuvenated all day long. I do think is Green Bay the best team in the NFC?
I think so, but I'm not terribly confident about that. The problem with that is they're always a team of two halves. Okay, they dominate in that first half. It looks like they're going to blow out the Cowboys and get out of there with an easy victory, and then they let the Cowboys come back in. And I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's because they just stopped caring, because they know that they can still win. They can take their foot off the gas a little bit and still coast. Or is it because there's some flaws that they get later in the game and they just kind of, run out of gas? That's not something you want to do late in the season. That's especially not something you want to do if you're playing somebody like the Seahawks, who if you run out of gas against them late, we saw on Thursday night what happens. Don't take your foot off the gas. That is not a tendency that you want. I like the Packers a lot. Aaron Rodgers is exactly what we were hoping he would be as far as he's healthy, and he's just absolutely dealing dimes. But I still don't know. They still concern me just a little bit.
The horse is riding out there in Kansas City, which is a phenomenal look. Patrick Mahomes is about to take the field. Just from a Dallas Cowboys standpoint, now 3-2. What happens? What happens to these Cowboys after today? I mean, Dak was phenomenal.
I think they keep going up, and up. Now, the comparison between them and the Eagles have played bad teams, and they've, with the exception of the Packers. Okay? So they've played the Packers, they beat them, went into Lambeau. Let's give them that. But the Cowboys have played good teams to start the season, and they're 3-2. And we've seen a lot of them that we like. Okay, you go down to New Orleans, you're in a tight game. You don't win, but nobody's ever won a Super Bowl in September. So I like what the Cowboys are doing. If we can tap back into what Kellen Moore was doing at the beginning of the season, where they're averaging 30 points a game, find the middle ground of that, I think that they're going to be fine. Don't be too down if you're a Cowboys fan. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but there's still a really good team, and Dak is phenomenal.
All right, before you get on out of here, Josh Hill, I know you got your writing duties that you're going to take on.
I do.
Because you are a multi-talented video superstar, leader of young men and women to the press. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but you got something you got to do. How do you see tonight? Chiefs and Colts. Can Kansas City, can Indianapolis hang around? Probably not.
Probably not. The Chiefs defense, we're going to learn a lot about them tonight.
Chiefs are a 10.5-point favorite, by the way.
Jacoby Brissett and that offense, it's a bit of a wild card. You never know what you're going to get necessarily out of them. The Chiefs secondary, also, you don't know what you're going to get out of them. I think that this is going to come down to Patrick Mahomes, as it always does. Is this the type of game that he's going to be able to win for the Chiefs? Like we saw him against the Lions, was it last week? That they were like, I don't know if they can be able to come back with this. That's a game they usually lose if they don't have Patrick Mahomes. They have him now. The Colts, they don't have Andrew Luck. It's Jacoby Brissett. It's on the road. It's prime time. It's Arrowhead. That place is going to be loud. Give me the Chiefs in this one. But it'll probably be a lot closer than people think.
Hunter Armour is writing in on the chat that the 49ers are the best team in the NFC. What do you think of...
I do like the 49ers a lot. Like we said when we were talking about the Rams and the Seahawks, all of a sudden, I mean, all these Rams fans who were like, oh, it's our division, we're going to run away with it, it's fine. 2 losses in a row, and you're behind the 49ers now. And the 49ers, they're not an easy undefeated 4-0 or whatever they are. Like
they're 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
I give them an extra win. But that's not an easy record to have gotten there. I mean, you beat the Buccaneers in the first week.
The Bucs, the Bengals, and the Steelers. Let's settle down.
I mean, those are games that you're supposed to win if you're a good team, like we said about some of these other teams. And they have a really tough schedule later in the year. So these wins that you get now early, they're going to pay off when you're getting in a tough stretch down the year, when you're playing the Seahawks, when you're playing the Rams. And there's going to be things like, the division on the line.
The winless,
get your wings early.
The winless Bengals, the 2-win Bucs, and the 1-win Steelers. Come on, Hunter. I don't know if I see it, but hey, you do have to win the games that are in front of you, and they did crack both the Bucs and the Bengals.
Right, you got to find your footing.
Yeah, and both of those games, the first 2 games at least, were on the road, so that's a plus.
And they hadn't won in the Eastern time zone since like 2014.
That's
they were like 1-12. The last time that they had a win was Harbaugh. It was the last Harbaugh season.
Don't say that
against
name.
The Giants. So.
That name gives me the heebie-jeebies.
He might be able to play quarterback for the Bears.
That
See what he's doing.
When's it going to be over in Michigan for Jim Harbaugh? Honestly,
it's true.
Although
you weren't thoroughly entertained by that Iowa game.
I was thoroughly.
Did you fall asleep?
No. I was very irritated though. That's come on, Iowa, put the ball in the end zone.
That was a tough one to watch. That set football back a number of years.
All right, Hill. Great to see you. Are you coming back in at any point tonight?
I'm not. I think it's you and
me and Ethan. Ethan's coming in. Ethan making the debut. All right. Well, let's say goodbye to you, Josh Hill, and let's bring in Ethan Blumenthal as he makes his debut.
My guy, Ethan. Ethan's great.
Ethan's awesome. He's going to lead us to the promised land. Ain't that? And here he comes. His first ever appearance on, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I listen, there's at least one person clapping out.
I heard it, yeah, but he clapped for 2, though. It sounded like.
He did clap for 2.
Yeah.
Well, good to see you, big boy.
It's always a pleasure.
This is we went through deep negotiations to get you in here for Chiefs and Colts on Sunday night. I know you're normally. What are you normally doing at this time? Watching football?
Watching football, yeah. In the comfort of my own home, we actually, if you ever want to come over and watch a game, we have a big projector screen. It's like 10 feet by like 10 feet,
Yeah. Okay, 10 feet by 10. That's cool.
I mean, I made those numbers up, but it's very big. You know? I mean, I'm not a math doctor, so I can't say for sure what it is, but
right,
it's big.
Right. And by the way, you can sync the game tonight with us. We got the Hot Mic app going on tonight, so you could be right along with the game. So download that app. Check my Twitter out if you want @thecarm. There's an invite code for you. This is invitation only, so a special opportunity to have us synced with the game tonight.
Yeah, so, you can follow me on Twitter as well. Give me a couple more followers @AndHeCanPass for those of you who are perhaps Friday Night Lights fans out there.
Do you want to look at this? I mean, we got people clapping for Ethan here right now.
Thank you.
This is big. This is a moment in time right now.
I do what I can, folks.
Right. Well, would you like to give your resume as to why you're qualified to do this position right now?
Absolutely. Listen,
I'm interested to hear it myself.
So October 29th, 1991, I was born. And the doctor said, this guy's got the it factor.
You do, really? Yeah.
That's what it was. And then from there, it was just pretty much stardom. Play a little baseball. Throughout the days. My parents wouldn't let me play football. Jews aren't allowed to play football, generally speaking.
Jews in football, no go?
No go.
Yeah. My dad's a Jew, and he played football. I want to throw shade right in there. Fred Carman ran one back 100 yards for Marshall High School to beat Harrison in the 40s, buddy.
I actually heard about that game. Yeah,
it was a huge game, 7-0 win.
Yeah, so
Papa Fred, I see you out there, baby. 93 years old, still cooking.
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
So no football. My high school didn't have a football team, if you can believe that.
Your high school didn't have a football team?
No.
What kind of high school is that?
Well, first of all, Jones College Prep, home of myself and other notable alumni include Chance the Rapper and myself.
Wow, you and Chance?
So
they're doing the chop, by the way, as the game's about to get underway. Your Chiefs are going to get the football first here. We're going to have we have lots of games that we're going to be playing alongside this one tonight, by the way.
Absolutely.
So, okay, back to Jones College Prep.
So
kickoff on the way.
If you were doing this live stream with Chance the rapper, he would say, I actually went to high school with Ethan Blumenthal. He would say that. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It's a pretty big praise for me.
Kickoff out of the end zone. Chiefs again getting the ball here first. Patrick Mahomes is going to play quarterback.
How do we get? Oh, that's just your Twitter?
This is, we got the chat going on here. Hunter wants to know, what color is your shirt? Is that yellow or orange or copper? What do you got cooking there?
This is like, it's fall. I mean, this is like the most fall shirt.
It's not even a color. It's just fall.
It's a season.
It's a season. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
Listen. You know what I mean? I put this on. I thought it would look okay. I want to be an impartial observer of this game. But if you do want to place any side bets with me, though, gambling is cool.
I'm down to gamble. Mahomes, by the way, complete to my guy Travis Kelce, who's on my fantasy team that has not won a football game all season long.
You're over?
I'm an over.
Oh my goodness!
I mean,
gracious.
I'm already at the point where I screw it. I'm not even going to look at it. I didn't even set a lineup this week.
Honestly, the best thing that can happen to your fantasy football team is that you're terrible, so then you can stop caring. Because otherwise, you're reading articles. You're just thinking the waiver wire all week, and it's stressful. It's like another part-time job.
Yeah, well, I don't have that.
Exactly.
I'm in straight non-stress zone over here.
And I'm in like fantasy football purgatory because we're 2-2. I'm probably gonna lose this week, and so I'm right there where it's like last week I scored a ton. I played Jordan Howard last week.
Love Jordan Howard.
Huge game. I think he scored 3 total touchdowns. I look like a genius for throwing him in there, which I am. And so, but now I'm 2-2 and I'm going to be 2-3, and so it's just right on the cusp of playoff,
Yeah. Mahomes' second pass was complete to Damian Williams for 6 yards, and now he's 3 for 3, and the Chiefs have a first down. Do you think that he sounds like Kermit the Frog?
It's every time he opens his mouth, he has what I like to refer to as the Mike Tyson effect, right? Where the voice comes out and you're like, that is the last thing that I thought it was going to sound like.
It is unbelievable. Like,
right?
you wouldn't expect him to be the greatest quarterback to ever play the position or speak like that.
Did you just call Patrick Mahomes the greatest quarterback to ever play the position?
I don't know. The guy's throwing 50 touchdown passes in his second year. The guy's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Byron Pringle, by the way, catches the third pass, and here Chiefs keep it on the ground with Williams now for a couple of, call it 4 yards. I don't know, man. How high? I think high is there's a. Let me get myself on the. Yeah. I like how that looks. I think that Patrick Mahomes has an opportunity to go down in the top. I don't know, 5 all time.
It's a bold statement. He's only played 1 year. People were saying the same thing about Dak Prescott.
No one was saying that.
They were saying he was really good. The first year they go to the playoffs, him and Zeke, it was going to be a power combo.
Why do you got to compare Mahomes to a Dak Prescott?
Listen. I call it how I see it.
Why can't you get out in front of something for one? You just make a move, plant a flag. I'm planting a flag with Patrick Mahomes. That's what Carm does over here.
Planting a flag after the Chiefs. The Chiefs. I
don't even think it's that bold of a call.
No, it's not. No, but that's but top 5 of all time. The thing is it's hard for me, because I don't want to age you out of this conversation, but you're a little bit. You got a couple of years on me, So people talk about like guys like Dan Marino, right? I have no.
I saw Dan Marino. I can tell you all about Dan Marino.
Right, so guys are like, oh, you didn't see Dan Marino play, but
it's true. You didn't, and that's. I think that's a great comment by whoever told you that. Damian Williams keeping it on the ground here. Chiefs are moving. That was 3rd and 3. They kept it on the ground, picked it up. Go Kansas City. Have you ever been to Kansas City?
I have not, but I heard they have good barbecue.
Great barbecue. Underrated. Negro Leagues Baseball Museum is one of the coolest things in this country that you can go to sports-wise. I highly recommend it. By the way, is there any beer in here tonight or hot tea? What do we got?
So you're the only 2 options. Carm only drinks beer or hot tea.
Well, we don't have.
There's no in between.
There is no in between at FanSided. It's either cold beverage. There's straight water, cold beverage, hot tea. We don't do soda. We're anti-carbonation.
I'm not really a big. Well, there's carbonation in beer. I don't want to spoil your fun there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
there is.
But there's a lot of sugar in a
Coca-Cola.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are you? Are you on the non-gluten situation?
No, I'm just like when I was a kid, it was good, but then you start doing it now, and it's just like it's too sweet. It's honestly too sweet. That's what I think.
I love a good Coca-Cola with some. You need the ice to really, break the situation. By the way, Chiefs still moving down the field here with precision. There's a word. Second and 8. They're at the 41 of Indianapolis with the greatest quarterback in the history of the game in the gun in Patrick Mahomes.
Who sounds like Kermit the Frog because he has Mike Tyson syndrome.
Rolling right, throwing right, complete again inside the 20, inside the 15.
They'll be doing some tackling drills after Indianapolis gets smoked. Like, I'm going. Can we go do some predictions right now?
Yeah, Byron Pringle is off to a hell of a start here. Pringle's going bananas. What do you know about Pringle? Can you give me a Pringle breakdown? His second season out of Kansas State.
He was named after his last name was changed, named after the famous chips, the Pringles.
He was named after the famous chips.
Yep, the chips.
Are you making that up?
Does it sound like something that is made up?
It does.
Yeah,
but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not true.
I've never heard of someone changing their last name. It's one thing to be named after Pringles. Which
you get the fever for the flavor of a Pringle. Is that what it is?
Do you like Pringles?
I like a Pringle.
Okay.
Should we go get some Pringles and come on back? I don't know if we can leave the chat. But
I think that we should. What's your favorite kind of chip? It's an important question for me.
Favorite chip of all time?
Yeah, I need brand. Don't just tell me barbecue chips. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
We have a lot of chips here, by the way. I enjoy
a taste test.
We could. I enjoy a Dorito. I enjoy a Cheeto. I enjoy a potato. There's a lot of
Well, here's a question.
Yeah,
fries.
Is Dorito a chip?
There's so many questions when it comes to chips. But we don't need to have another sandwich, whether this is a sandwich or not, debate, unless you want to.
No, we're here for 4 hours. Might as well have some fun.
That's true. Well, we're already having fun. Tell me your favorite kind of chip.
I think at the end of the day, if I had to pick one chip for
you're on a desert island, you can only get one
chip. I think I'm going with. I think I take the Dorito, man. I really do. Let's see here.
Dorito.
People are asking what your partner is, what my partner's name is, and that's Ethan Blumenthal.
It's Ethan Blumenthal, folks. And you can follow me on Twitter at and he can pass. And if you get that reference from Friday Night Lights, then we can be friends probably.
Yeah, at and he can pass.
That's right.
There we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
Exactly, baby.
That's upper management. And
you can follow me. I might have too many followers. I don't know if I have if they're going to allow me to have any more followers on Twitter, but maybe they will.
I think you're allowed to take on more followers.
Okay, all right.
You do great Twitter. You just
thank you. It's just hard to get.
You just do it in your own way. You're telling jokes and I'm laughing, but I don't.
Right.
But you don't play the hashtag game. You don't dance where the crew is.
Is that where I'm missing out? I got to play the hashtag.
I don't
game?
know. You blaze your own trail.
Okay. All right. I'm blazing it right now. Jeff just tweeted at me. Appreciate you, Jeff. Nacho cheese Doritos, hands down.
Wow.
So wait, hold the phone. Listen, I don't eat a lot of chips. But nacho cheese Doritos, is that different than just regular Doritos? Jeff,
yes,
that's at you.
It is. That's a huge thing because if you start throwing out Cool Ranch,
well, I know Cool Ranch is a different.
That's a whole nother right. But so he's saying original. Let's not mess with the Dorito. By the way, we're at 1st and 10 at the 13. The thing about a Dorito, here's the fever, the flavor of the Pringle, going on a misdirection inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Pringle, Byron Pringle, American football wide receiver, according to Wikipedia, for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that's correct. Wikipedia's got that. Played college football at K-State. That sounds accurate. Pringle, undrafted free agent 2018. If Matt Verderam, our Chiefs expert, was here and not under the weather, he would be hitting me in the face for reading Wikipedia on Pringle. But I think a lot of us are learning the background of Byron Pringle at this very moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? I mean, not your diehard Chief fan. I got you. Mahomes to the end zone. That is incomplete. Intended for Williams.
There's a flag, Carm.
Flag on the field.
I think when that yellow thing comes up in any game that I'm watching, it's the most disappointing thing to me when I see that yellow come up on the side of the screen there, because I hate flags. It just slows everything down. Can we live in a world? I want to live in a world.
A flagless world?
A flagless world. I would love to live in a world. And I know it's not possible, but, if I had a dream, when I go to heaven, and I think hopefully I will, we got to do some repenting, though, this week, Carm. Yom Kippur is coming up.
I'm going to be in trouble this Yom Kippur.
Shout out to all the members of the tribe that are listening in today.
Baruch atah Adonai. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yep. See you on Wednesday.
Maybe
stock
Tuesday
up
night.
on your Doritos before you go to synagogue.
Are you a faster? Deep pass in the end zone. Ooh, tipped out of bounds. Good D by the Colts. Again, intended for Williams, who's been a hot target for Patrick Mahomes tonight. 3rd and 16.
This is a big time stop right here. You hold them to a field goal. You feel like you're still in this game, and then plus the Colts have the Andrew Luck coming in. Yeah. Shots fired at Andrew Luck there. No.
I
like Andrew Luck.
When they booed him off the field,
it's ridiculous.
It's like, you know what? Can you swear on? I'm not going to do it. Let's keep it pure. Keep it.
I was actually going to ask that.
I was very irritated, very highly irritated with Colt fans who should be damn ass grateful for what Andrew Luck did for that franchise, stepping in after Peyton Manning, and to boo him off because he's going on to wants to actually live a normal life. You are a selfish, pathetic Colt fan, and I know you feel bad about it. And there's only like 1 or 2 of you that are watching right now, so. Don't take it personally.
No, but if it was you, though, then you should take it personally.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
Don't be booing Andrew Luck, man.
I mean, I really don't think you can boo any football player who's going to retire at the, because they want to just try to be healthy. I mean, how can you, it's their life, right?
Right, and I mean, I'm sure, do you think that Andrew Luck didn't want to continue to keep on playing football?
Of course he did.
Right, of course he did. Yeah. Well, then why didn't he? Well, because he can't move his shoulder / arm, whatever. Chiefs are going to get.
Oh, see.
Ooh, we might get a little bit of a personal foul situation.
What did you see there?
I saw the flag come in late.
I saw a flag.
I thought I saw perhaps an illegal hit, but from behind. I don't know. Officials are discussing, although it does look like an injured Colt on the field, so maybe this is against Kansas City.
Can we give some who we got listening to this? Can we give some shout outs out here?
Yeah.
Anyone what's the best way to do that? Should I go to the Facebook stream?
Sure, you can do that. Check out YouTube. Well, and we have everything coming in here. Alfred Rodriguez, DJ plays that quarterback as a rookie, good looking after 3 games at the helm. Remind me of Eli, very mature. I see a Super Bowl win in DJ's future.
All right.
So there we go. Thank you, Alfred. Good to see you, brother. Welcome into the Sunday night extravaganza. We're going to get a penalty that is declined.
It's a good call.
Good call.
It's a Miller Lite good call right there.
Miller Lite good call. Speaking of Miller Lites.
Where's that hot tea?
Right. Harrison, we're going to... Bootker is on to try the...
Butker. There's a T in there. It's Butt.
Butker?
It's Butker.
The Butker?
Butker. He's probably related to Butkus. What do you think? Similar last names, isn't that how it works?
Could be a Butkus. Kevin Butler, great NFL kicker, former Bear. 29-yard field goal on the way and good. Chiefs are up 3-0. What kind of? Do you want a chip or do you want a water? What would you like, Ethan? I think we got to be.
Well, I mean, is there a beer?
I'll see what happens. I'm gonna
hold it down. Hold it down. Also, if you get me on that Wi-Fi though, that would be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Give me that. All right, folks. Let's see what we got going on here. Let us, tweet at us if you have any thoughts about your favorite chips. That's really what I'm interested in. The Chiefs probably got this game on lockdown, but we're gonna find out. But if you have some favorite chips, I want you to let us know, please. Let's see if anyone. Get this man a beer. Zachary Best says, get this man a beer. I appreciate you, Zachary. I really, really do. And you know what, Zach? I hope you are going to treat yourself to a beer as well. On me. Just kidding. I'm not going to pay for it. But hey, man, do your thing. Also, if anyone wants to place any gentleman's bets with me, hit us up. Comment on the thread or tweet at us. @AndHeCanPass. Can't stress this enough. I need more Twitter followers. Help a brother out.
Yep.
Oh, Carm coming in hot.
I'm going for the big move.
Coming in hot.
I had to get that.
Oh, man.
I'm stealing somebody's double espresso shot. I'll have to get you back. I brought in. You wanted chips? Right. We got the barbecue.
Is there
We got the standard classic. We got the Frito. I know you hate Three Musketeers, but I was hungry, so
I do hate Three Musketeers.
We got that going on. We got the Milky Way, and I brought in some nuts.
I got a nice tweet from the Tusk.
The Tusk is in?
Tusk. This is how I want to watch football. You guys rock.
Do you know Tusk? Is that a personal connection?
That is not a personal connection.
Love you, Tusk. You're
the man.
Love
you, Tusk. Go treat yourself to a beer, a double espresso, and some chips.
I'm opening up the Fritos myself.
Okay. I'll go with these. I need to. So can we get back to the chip conversation?
Sure.
It's important to me. So I'm really about the kettle cooked chips. You know,
such an elitist. That's an elitist angle.
We're trying to.
Why do you gotta go kettle cook? Why can't you just have a regular chip in a nasty vat of whatever?
Because Carm, in 2019, I like to live. You gotta live your best life, okay?
Yeah.
And my best life involves kettle cooked chips. Like Cape Cod or, crunchers. Like a good old fashioned crunchers. Like a good cruncher?
I haven't had a cruncher in a while. By the way, the Colts have taken the kickoff out past the 30-yard line. They'll get the ball to get going here as Indy will roll out Jacoby Brissett. Ready to roll. You're going to have to put some points tonight there, Jacoby, and that Colt offense. I know you're not doing it alone, my friend. Maybe we can get a little action here.
I want to just say this on the record.
Yeah.
Throughout this game, we're going to get a lot of my hot football takes, okay?
Uh-huh.
So here's my hottest football. We'll start it out this way, okay? The Chiefs are favored in this game, obviously. What's the line?
10.5.
10.5. So they're favored by 10.5. If you're the Colts, in order to win this game, you have to steal some possessions. Doing that by a couple times, you have to go for it on fourth down. When a close play, when the odds might say maybe, it's borderline, right? You got to go for those. You got to steal possession that way. And you got to some sort of fake punt, fake field goal somewhere down the line. You have to find a way to steal a possession because otherwise you're just going to lose this game by 30 points. So you have to try to play well, stay in the game, and somewhere down those lines, steal possession like that. What do you think about that, Tate?
It's a standard underdog plan. I like it.
I know, but they need to. From the get-go, it's 3-0, but you have to anticipate the fact that your defense is going to have trouble stopping them.
Yeah, look, if I'm Indy, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of the cheap hype. I'm coming in on a Sunday night. We got nothing to lose. There's going to be 80,000 lunatics at Arrowhead Stadium. I'm gonna go to downtown Kansas City. I'm gonna hit up. First, I'm gonna stop at. I'm gonna go to Okie Joe's and have myself a nice pulled pork sandwich. Then
is that the place to go?
That's
Okie
one
Joe's?
of them. Well, then I'm gonna go over to Jack Stack and I'm gonna get a little brisket action, and then I'm gonna move over to. Right by the stadium. I'm going to go to not Gates, which is another great option, but Arthur Bryant's, and I'm going to get myself a sandwich on white bread, and crush some pulled pork with a ton of sauce and some pickles. And I'm going to roll in the
pickles on the pulled pork sandwich.
Well, nah, you go inside.
I'm a big pickle guy,
right.
By the way.
And then I'm going to roll into Arrowhead, and I'm going to have nothing to lose, and I'm going to beat the Chiefs. That's how I'd be cooking.
Okay, all right. So. Appreciate you.
We look too much alike. Look at this. It's like you're my younger brother, man. We might. Upper management, Zachary Best said that he said beer. I agree. There is no.
I asked for a beer.
No beer in house, so we're stuck with chips and water in a coffee mug. And a double espresso shot. Do you want this, or am I drinking this?
You want to drink it, but I would take some water.
You want some water?
No,
we'll have to get that at the break. I'm going to hit this double espresso.
All right.
I don't know whose double espresso this is, but
I
thank
don't
you.
Drink any sort of coffee products, if that's okay.
No coffee?
No coffee.
Wow.
Nope.
I do. Kind of tastes terrible. Might be expired, but I'm going to roll with it anyway. Could be a whole situation. This is, by the way, one of our Normally we have a pizza option, but tonight we're going straight chip. Pass complete. Colts are in the Chiefs' territory. Is this Chief defense good enough to? Well, let's be honest.
Beat the Patriots.
Beat the Patriots because nothing else matters, right?
Not much else matters.
I mean, that's literally, if I'm a Chief fan, that's all I'm doing every week. I'd love to hear what. It is Patrick's fridge, Zach Best. You're absolutely right. You know, Patrick, who is the leader here at FanSided. I mean, it's his fridge. It's his life. It's the way he's.
So that's his double shot.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it is or isn't, man.
Yeah. We'll see.
This feels like it could have been Shay Corrigan's. Shay, I love you. Thank you. Maybe Ashley Young. I don't know.
This is obviously the way
Good
you gotta
chip.
finish any good bag of chips.
Good strategy. Good strategy. Is the eating obnoxious? I wonder if it's obnoxious. I feel like it could be. I hope not. But
let me get on this Wi-Fi.
Oh, you want to get on that Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I think you might need a Richard to come in here for that. You want a fan-sided Chicago. Let me kind of share that with you. To the house or down to the 5-yard line as Marlon Mack getting loose on his 4th carry inside the 5. Colts are looking to punch it in here with 4:45 left in the first quarter. Let's see how he shook loose here. Look at Marlon. That is great patience right there.
Looks like a young Mark Carman.
I mean,
right?
That was like Frogger right there. Underrated video game. Let Mac touch it one more time. And hold on a second here. Let's see. Let us find out how do I get you on? Give me that. Let's switch computers. Let me see if we can do this on the fly here. Let's see if I can figure this out for you, buddy. Oh wow, this is a nice light computer. Good computer.
It is light.
Yeah.
It's,
I think it might have just been turned off or something here.
What the?
Yeah, we just you
what did you just?
Well, and now why is it turning on and off as I lift it up?
Maybe it doesn't like you.
I think it might have a slight issue with Ye of Carmen. I don't know if I can figure this out. Where's your Wi-Fi?
Right there. I just had it up.
Well, yeah, okay.
Also, welcome to.
What do we want me to do? Hit this thing?
I got it.
Look at the.
Doing it for you.
I mean, I'm just not used to the Acer.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah, so we got to go fan-sided Chicago. There we go.
All right.
And then let's see if I can remember what it is.
Also, meanwhile, we're putzing with technology, and
these things happen.
The Colts just punched it in, so we got a 6-3 ball game. I like where this is headed right now. I'd love to see an upset. Would we not love to see that?
I'm a Kansas City guy, Ethan.
All right, well then good. So we'll root against each other.
I mean, we can be on opposite ends.
I don't like being on opposite ends of you. I like it when we're hanging out together.
Did that work? What I just did, by the way?
It looks like it did. I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
FanSided
There
Chicago.
we are. We're live and
Arm, the best.
See, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, Ethan.
Yeah.
On the move.
Now we're doing it live.
All right. So, did they just take that off the board? They took a touchdown off the board, man.
Why?
That would be a hold on the Colts. Holding Indianapolis. Jacoby Brissett is nonplussed. First and goal from the 11. Gonna have to earn it here, buddy. So your first ever touchdown call on FanSided was actually incorrect.
Oh my goodness.
You flat out just.
The fans are never gonna let me hear the end of it. Punch it in, sir.
Wow.
Give it to me.
Wow.
Come on, give it to him. Sir.
Now down to the 1.
Come on.
Jordan Wilkins getting a wow. This the Chiefs defense. I don't know, man. Run after run after run. They're going right up the gut. It ain't anything fancy here. He's short. He's a half yard short. Brissett rolling right, looking for the end zone. Tucks it. Now there's your touchdown.
There you go.
No flags. Indy into the end zone for the second time. Jacoby spiking the football. This is just a weird thing to me. Why would you ever want to spike your head into another dude's head?
That is the question of all questions.
Like, I don't even want to spike my head into this Milky Way. Like,
after all,
doesn't feel like fun. Like,
and after all the hits that they take from the other team, then they just want to go and they want to slap each other on the head and they want to do a little headbutt. I'm not about it myself.
Most. Trying to think of some of my great celebrations in my illustrious athletic career.
Yeah, let's hear 'em.
I'm thinking.
Take your time, man. We got a while.
I mean, I remember that one time.
3:44 left in the
I remember
first.
that one time when I won a tennis match and I shook hands and then I pumped the fist up. Like I really I extended the fist. That's about the extent of it. So my point is that. Listen, I don't know what it feels like to get in the end zone in an NFL game. Maybe it's
winning.
It's a fine emotion. It's a fine celebration. I don't want to take it away from you, Jacoby Brissett. Good job.
Winning team things, it's a little bit more to it than winning a tennis match. You get to celebrate with your teammates.
I don't know, man. Like Rafa and Novak.
It's like they don't know what to do. They get on their knees. It's like, how is that? They want to go hug someone.
They go straight tears, man.
Yeah, well,
I'd
like to hug somebody. If it's me, I'm a hugger, man.
This could be time right now for you to tell, as we're in the break, 7-3 Colts. Mm-hmm. One of your underrated talents is that you crash weddings.
Ooh.
Yeah, and my wedding's coming up here. And
I can't wait for it.
Yeah, we're new friends, so we got a list here that you're just flat out not going to make the cut. Mm-hmm. But I do want you to come and crash the wedding.
Yeah.
And I won't even. I'll just act like you were invited.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? That way it'll save me the dough of having to pay for you to be there, and I'll get you a plate, and you can just hang out and drink everything. What do you think?
First of all,
that's a great idea.
Regardless of what you were going to say, I mean, I'm coming anyways. Okay, what I mean, I have my ways, but I think actually the key, obviously, I think it would be. It's more, it's cooler. It's a more skilled thing for me if I go to your wedding and you don't even know that I'm there. But I'm having a great time because when I do crash weddings, that's kind of part of the key is to try to avoid the bride and groom at the same time. Because if the bride and groom are there at the same time, and they're both are like, I don't know who that guy is, then we have an issue.
Who was the last wedding that you crashed?
It was back in June.
Yeah.
Back in June.
What were their names?
It was Aaron and Dan.
Yeah.
So Aaron and Dan, if you're listening, it was Aaron Doyle and Dan something else. A good Irish Catholic wedding.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't been to many of those as a member of the tribe, just being honest. And it was a great time. I went with my roommate. Shout out to my roommate Shira, or as we were on that day, Logan and Chelsea.
Logan and Chelsea.
So you got to make up names. I mean, that's part of the fun. You got to make up names. Got to make up a little backstory. And the thing is it's always easier than you think because when you're at a wedding, it's not like you go to a wedding and you're thinking, man, I wonder if that guy's crashing this wedding. No one thinks like that. So that's
you played on the human tendency of just believing that everything is okay. Mm-hmm. And you flat out, Logan and Chelsea went to, what were their names again? Robert and Marissa?
What? Oh, Logan and Chelsea and Aaron and Dan.
Aaron and Dan
was the happily married couple, and I hope that they're still doing great. That was back in June. We did, at the end of the wedding, we did get to take a picture with Aaron and Dan. They still didn't know at the time who we were, but we did put in their scrapbook. There's a picture of me and Chelsea, Logan and Chelsea in there, and we posted in there. We took it at a photo booth, right? Mm-hmm. And we took a picture in the photo booth, and then we posted it, pasted that. You get one copy, you paste the other one, and we wrote, love Logan and Chelsea. We had so much fun celebrating your love. And we really did have fun.
Do you respect Ethan more because he actually has crashed a wedding, or do you think who is this guy and perhaps just want him off your television screen right now?
And I also want to just add in there that people often say, "Oh, you crashed a wedding, not a big deal." But we didn't just crash; we sat down and ate dinner, Carm.
Yeah, I know.
We sat down and ate dinner. We had the chicken. I had my chicken. I ate a little bit of Chelsea's chicken because she wasn't hungry. She was a little nervous.
So you ascertained that two people were not coming who said they were coming, took their seats at a table, met everyone at the table, had the chicken, and then you were the last ones there. You were like
we closed down the wedding. I can show you some videos, Carm, of just me dancing, and when I dance, the suit jacket comes off. That's an absolute dime.
Beautiful pass from Mahomes to Travis Kelce, who I think lost control at the end there, man. Looked like he had it, but
did that just happen?
Yeah, no, he dropped it. He caught it, bubbling it, trying. Oh, great defense.
Oh,
great D by the Colts.
That was good defense.
Well, I mean, Kelce kind of, should have secured the football a little bit earlier, but since he was fumbling with it, allowed the defender to get an arm in there. And so it's 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs, trailing 7-3 at their own. Where are they here? They're at their own 37-yard line with Mahomes in the gun. Fakes the handoff, pass, complete, out near the 50. That's a first down. All right. Big time.
We're going.
Big time little quick decision. We're getting a Sammy Watkins injury update. The hamstring, he is questionable. A questionable Sammy Watkins.
Questionable is always, what does that really mean?
It means he's questionable.
It means he's questionable, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's a short game. It's either at some point he's either in or he's out.
That's what you're getting, guys. That's what you're getting at this. That's the analysis right there. Uh-huh. That's absolutely true. I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell you that you're not gonna see Sammy Watkins again tonight.
All right.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to need him, even though the Colts are off to a good start here. And I think Sammy's going to decide that, it'd be a nice night for me to perhaps rest up and look towards the future, which is always a very fair decision, right? Can't fault a guy for trying to be healthy for a 16-game football season and not prioritizing one football game when you're at home against a Colts team with Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback of all time. And
was that a fumble?
Travis Kelce
kind of looked like a fumble.
Wow. Kelce catches a completed pass, fumbles, and now the Colts are running.
Are we running this back right now?
Cook, number 30.
What are the odds that comes back?
Getting all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Chiefs. And Mahomes is signaling that it was an incomplete pass. Kelce's running around saying,
"Woo, it's going to be a close one.
I'm not good at football." That's a fumble. See, we're going to be here for 3 hours on that review.
Yeah.
He caught it, brought it down.
I mean, clearly had possession. Is it still about the football move situation? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't need the letter of the law. I'm not sure.
The last angle right there looks to me like he did not catch it. Caught, stripped, never really secured it. I think we're going to go incomplete pass.
It's interesting that I think I've seen this a lot watching football, is that now they're always giving the benefit of the doubt that it is a fumble because they don't want to stop the play to not give the guy a chance to return it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So now they're always saying on the field, they're more often than not calling it a fumble so that they can see, if the guy returns it, because if they call the ball dead right there, an incomplete pass, then you can't, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I love that either, but this will be interesting. I don't know if there's going to be enough to overturn. We'll have to see.
I'd love to be Dean Blandino, the dude that just sits in a booth and they come to you.
Right.
All right, Dean.
Yeah.
What did you see? Well, I saw that right there the ball is dislodged, and this is going to be a hard one to overturn there, Joe Buck. And then you get paid huge dough to do that.
And he's just sitting there watching football every Sunday.
How is that a gig? That's like a straight mafia gig. I mean, we're sitting here like, how is this a gig? I get that part too,
true.
but that's a slightly higher profile position, Dean Blandino.
I mean, slight profile today, but after we get this going, Carm,
that's true.
I just got shout out. I got another follower, Tusk. Tusk followed me, and I appreciate you, buddy. So that's just one more, and you get one follower every week. I mean, listen, in a little while, a couple months.
I mean, not only did Tusk follow you, but actually the Tusk followed you at Give Tusk, who's now, he looks. That's a very, very focused. I'm going to follow the Tusk. Very focused dog there that looks like somebody that I would not mess with. So I don't know what the Tusk has got going on, but the Tusk is doing something, and I want to be on his side. End of the day. Ethan Gilbert writing in. My name is Ethan. I'm a Browns fan. Okay, good to see you, Ethan Gilbert. Appreciate you checking out. Ron Bart is back. Always good to see you, Ron Bart. I keep forgetting to bench Sammy or trade him. It's a full-time job, this fantasy football. So I understand what you're saying, Ron. I got you. And by the way, John Bueller, if you're out there, a.k.a. the Bueller, I miss you, Bueller. You're my guy.
He does. He talks about you. He talks about you frequently.
Bueller is one of the most authentic people you can ever meet in your life. So that's why I personally, you want to roll with people you can trust, and I trust John Bueller just like I trust these Frito-Lay's chips. Classic brand. I gotta stop eating these. Get these away from me. All right, going back to the double espresso. They're still reviewing.
Completed pass. Oh no.
Call in the field reversed.
So, there we go. That would have been exciting, though.
You gotta. I don't think it's just that hard. Spirit of the game, man. Dude didn't catch that ball.
I'm gonna hop in some of those.
Yeah, just take them over there. Okay, I gotta stop eating these. There you go. Have that.
I don't know if I'm allergic to peanuts, but I guess I'll find out pretty soon.
Could you be allergic to peanuts for real?
No, I don't think so. But like I said, I'll find out soon if I am.
Travis Kelce did actually catch this last pass, and he's inside the 35-yard line. 1:28 to go here in the first quarter as Patrick Mahomes continues to target his tight end. Predictions are coming in.
He's your tight end, too, because he's on your fantasy team.
He is my, yeah. Should I check out how I'm doing on that? No, I'm not going to do that. Favorite thing that happened in the NFL today for you? Anything?
Favorite thing that happened?
Did you see Deshaun Watson throwing for 7,000 yards?
No, but
little fake.
I love his trickery. Even though both trickery plays, have not worked.
Wow. Just checking out the chat here. Got some interesting comments coming in here. Thank you for checking us out tonight. We appreciate it.
We have we got some predictions going on here.
We do. We got an Ethan Gilbert and Hunter Armour going at it about the 49ers and the Chiefs. Hunter's very confident in his 3-0 Niners. I'm not quite there myself.
You're not on the Garoppolo train?
A little early. Well, a slingshot again to Kelce.
That's the type of thing I'd like to be able to do. Does anyone else? Do they have any other receivers?
It's kind of hard to believe here, Ethan.
Yeah.
But Travis Kelce, Byron Pringle, McCole Hardman, Damian Williams, LaShawn McCoy, and DeMarcus Robinson have all caught passes already for Kansas City.
There's hard to believe.
That's 6 dudes.
I'm gonna grab some.
Yeah,
water.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. It's in the kitchen. And by the way, thank you to everyone who's tuning in tonight. Please do us a favor, and so we can, when we're on, like the stream, follow, subscribe. Sharing videos are always outstanding too, and we greatly appreciate you checking out the chat tonight. We're here every Sunday night for NFL football. We'll be doing a ton come NBA season, which is rolling around quicker than perhaps you realize. It's right around the corner. Can't wait to see what. I'm so excited for the NBA this year. It's going to be phenomenal. So we'll be doing a ton of games there as well. And thank you again for tuning in tonight. Give a like, give a subscribe, so we can do this again with you. And it won't just be if you just followed it by accident tonight. You'll know in the future when we're there. So today was crazy, by the way, in the NFL. I thought you have a Carolina team who somehow, some way, they're just successfully moving on from Cam Newton, and I'm loving watching Gardner Minshew in a Jacksonville uniform. That game was sweet. The Oakland and Bears game was wild. The Raiders are all of a sudden have 3 wins. John Gruden looked like he was constipated the entire day on the sideline, and the red face was going on, but Chucky was able to get it done today. How about Buffalo? The Buffalo Bills are 4-1. You go Bills. You go Josh Allen. Don't mind what Fanside wrote about you back in the day. I'm glad that you're not even thinking about that. I appreciate it. Going with the Cubby. Oh, you got some crackers too.
I'm disappointed in you that you didn't come back with these crackers, man.
Those are good crackers.
These are what I call these are the ramen soup. Ramen soup of crackers.
Yeah, no, it's a good cracker. Excellent cracker, but it's very it's hard to communicate when you eat that cracker.
It's true. It's like the saltine challenge. You know what the saltine challenge is, Carm?
No, I don't know the saltine challenge. Go ahead.
You know, it's like the cinnamon challenge. You know the cinnamon challenge? Are you familiar with the word challenge?
I know the word challenge.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So the saltine challenge is something like it's impossible. It's like physically impossible to eat, and I don't know what it is. I'll look it up, but like 5 saltines in a minute. Like, can you eat 5 saltines in a minute without any water?
Yes, I feel like I could eat 5 saltines in a minute. Saltine challenge. I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
How do you spell challenge? Saltine challenge. How do you beat the saltine challenge? What is the world record for saltines in a minute? You want to take a guess at that?
For saltines in a minute?
Yeah.
I'll say like 7.
12 saltines in 1 minute.
Okay.
Can you eat 7 saltines in 1 minute?
No. I think that's...
So you can't just take 7 and jam them in your mouth, or can you?
No, you can, but I'm saying physically you won't be able to because you need water for it to go down. And if you can't have water, then you won't be able to swallow it. That's the challenge. That's why everyone thinks they can do it. Another challenge is the gallon milk challenge. You think you could drink a gallon of milk in an hour?
I feel like I could do that.
So you think you could do it? So I think that you've just invited yourself. Our next video that we're putting on FanSided is definitely be Carmen. We did the kick, the bottle flip.
Mahomes
challenge.
sacked. Way to go. Way to go, Indy. Way to fight, Justin Houston, former Chief, now a Colt. I respect you, Justin Houston. If there's one guy that's got to be motivated to play tonight, he's at close, if not at the top of the list. He's been all over the field so far, by the way. So will you challenge me with what?
The milk challenge. I want to take a video of you doing the milk challenge. I'll watch the entire hour thing. I think it's also another thing that, like, unless you have something unusual about yourself, it's like physically impossible.
You end up puking.
Your body like can't take that much lactose or whatever. I'm just talking out of my
Mahomes just ran around
like
a complete lunatic.
Oh, my God.
He had to run all the way back to the 50-yard line, come back to the 40. I thought he was going to run out of bounds, and instead he throws a dart to Pringle, the fever of the Pringle, for a touchdown. This guy, I mean, how many guys in the history of the NFL have you ever seen do this play? Seriously. That is ridiculous.
It's a good looking play.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if there's any Chicago Bears fans that are watching this game tonight. This is so painful.
Wow.
This is so unbelievably painful. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the Chiefs are up 10-7.
I think if you're a Bears fan, I think you can't ever watch the Chiefs play.
Mahomes is 13 of 17 now, 157 yards, quarterback rating of 124. We've got Chase Daniel and Mitch Trubisky. That's just brutal.
Chase Daniel, no S, the end there.
You know about that. I do. The people that I do the post-game show with sometimes forget that, but that's okay. We get the point. Chase Daniels and Nick Kwiatkowski. You ever see Kwiatkowski play?
No.
Kwiatkowski?
I'm not a huge Kwiatkowski guy, but if you tell me who he is, though, maybe we can talk about it.
No, he's a fourth-year linebacker who's getting the most of his abilities as a Chicago Bear. All right, 10-7. As the best thing that's happened tonight so far from an Indianapolis Colts standpoint, at least defensively, is that they flat out kept the Chiefs out of the end zone on the first possession. So give them credit, baby. Yeah. They held them to a field goal. And if the Colts can score a touchdown every time they touch the ball today and don't turn it over, they'll win this football game.
Carm,
that's all they got to do.
You're just spitting facts right now.
I am. You're going to have to hang out here for one more second by yourself because this computer's going to die. I'll be right back.
Can't tell you something. This Acer lasts like 12 hours without a charge, man. It's true.
That's big.
Yeah. All right. Now that Carm's gone, we can have some fun here. You just heard me say that. Now I didn't realize. I thought he was going to be gone a little longer. Tell some predictions. You guys have some predictions. Let's hear them. And if you have any other snacks that you want to see us eat, I thought we were, I was told Lou Malnati's pizza, and that was from Carm's mouth. I heard that.
That's on me. I apologize.
So we're going the snack route. So we could just, instead of watching the game, we could do this for 4 hours, just watching Ethan and Carm eat snacks.
I'll have one cracker for you, and then I gotta stop. This is not gonna be good.
Well,
oh, did you get the peanut butter ones? Oh, you did. You got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like the peanut butter. Looks a little ganky though.
That's how they're supposed to look, man.
Really?
They're the ramen soup of crackers. These things are like, I don't want your half-eaten one. Take that out of there.
You can have the rest of them. I gotta put this over here somewhere. This cracker is dangerous. What's up, Ron? Is there a best pizza place to eat in Chicago? Of course there is, Ron. Ron, tell me where you're coming from. First of all, I got to get a little background on you so I can advise you properly. That was such a ridiculous pass by Patrick Mahomes. Right now you're drafting a quarterback in the NFL. Who you taking? I'm talking about for this year and just for this year. Forget about going forward, because then it makes it a little easier to take him. This year, right now,
who is the best quarterback in the NFL
right
this
now?
Year?
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
Because there's no one else in the room. That's probably why you're asking me.
You're the guy.
Listen, I still go with Aaron Rodgers.
I can't really argue with that.
And here's a hot take, okay?
Yeah.
Now, there'll never be a way to find this out, so I can't be wrong here. But I think that if Aaron Rodgers was on the Patriots for the last however many years, 10, 15 years, I don't know if the Patriots would ever have lost a game.
See,
they basically don't lose games now as it is, and I think that Aaron Rodgers, I think no one would argue that he's not more talented than Tom Brady. Tom Brady's obviously amazing, champion, all of that, but Aaron Rodgers has been dealing with. He's had bad teams. He's had no running back, etc.
Something about it's hard for me. It's hard for me. I don't want to diss Tom Brady and the work ethic and the focus that he brings. What's up, Surreal81? I see you out there. Go Chiefs, indeed. Never seen a quarterback like Mahomes. Seriously, who? That's a question for you guys. Who does he remind you of? Like
Mitch Trubisky.
That's an interesting answer. Ron Bart, you're down in Savannah, Georgia. Ron, this is what I think about you coming up to Chicago. First of all, Lou Malnati's, we can ship it to you, so there's that. But my personal favorite for pizza in the city of Chicago, if I'm being completely honest, I like this place called Bacino's, where I get a nice stuffed spinach and mushroom.
Okay.
And on Lincoln Avenue, it's flat out delicious. But you can't go wrong. Or at least it's hard to go wrong. You'd have to really mess it up. Brissett going deep, 70-yard bomb in the air. That's going to be pass interference.
Sir.
Pass interference all day long. Come on, man.
Can I tell you that? I love going super long like that, because worst case scenario for these guys, right? Worst case, he intercepts it, right? But then so it's like a long punt, you know what I mean? You got to take shots like that.
You do.
This happens, and like in passing interference, they call it so much, and now that you can challenge it, get out of town, man. At the Tusk, he tweeted at us again, Carm, and he asked, "Is Patrick Mahomes the closest thing the NFL has ever seen to MJ?" And I believe he was referring to Michael Jordan, not Michael Jackson.
Yeah, no,
that's for you, Carm. I know you're not a big MJ guy, so
he's definitely teeing up Michael Jeffrey Jordan, which is a tremendous tee up by the Tusk. He does. There is like a young Jordan comparison, like a ridiculous athletic Jordan to the rim, gonna dunk on you every time. Patrick Mahomes in some NFL football quarterback way does remind me of Jordan that way. Mike was, they're both incredibly smooth. Mm-hmm. By the way, my stomach is starting to not feel great from this concoction of food. How are you doing over there?
I mean, it could be better.
Yeah, right. I mean, this could be. You might be happy that you're watching this from the comfort of your own home and not in this room at some point here.
Well, you let me know when that happens.
Well, it's I don't know if we're on that level.
All right,
I'm just being honest.
All right.
He's better than MJ, better than Favre, better than Young, Elway, and last but not least, Brady from the Surreal. All right, first of all, no one's better than Jordan at anything. Michael Jordan's the greatest player to play any individual and or team sport. Jacoby Brissett throwing it out of the end zone on 2nd and 12. So, third of all, if we take MJ out of the equation, better than Favre, better than Young, better than Elway.
He's played 1 year. Listen, he's very good, but you got to take some points off the board for him because he talks like Kermit the Frog. Okay.
I think that adds points.
You think that adds points? Yes, listen, intimidation factor. Okay. I think. Listen, Mike Tyson, man. He's a good boxer, crazy guy, but the lisp, the voice. I don't know. Tony Gwynn has that too.
Tony Gwynn had that going on. R.I.P. Miss you, Tony Gwynn. Yeah. Jacoby Brissett trying to elude the rush. Did a good job to get rid of it. That could be grounding. Was he out of the box? I think he was.
Yeah, he's out.
All right, so 4th and 12. The Colts are going to kick a field goal here.
What do you think about the name Jacoby?
Not bad.
Well, how do you, do you start from Jacob and you say, okay, I like Jacob, but I need to add a little spice to it? Is that how that happens, you think? Or do you think Jacoby is,
I don't.
I always ask the hard-hitting questions, Carm.
It's hard. Well, they were looking for T.Y. Hilton, who was double covered in the end, so there was nowhere to go. Brissett actually did well to eat that Jacoby. I don't know how you get to Jacoby.
Is this Vinatieri? No.
The Indianapolis Colts kicker, I believe, is Adam Vinatieri, sir.
He's still kicking footballs?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I don't know how you feel. I know you're obviously getting married soon, so you're probably closer to this question too. If you ever plan on having kids, but would you let your kids play football?
Wow, deep question.
What were you talking about naming?
I'd certainly let I'd let them be the next Adam Vinatieri.
So that's what I was gonna say. If it's me, I think you let him be a kicker, punter, field goal kicker. You know what I mean? Good holder.
Well, my philosophy is you can't put your kids in bubble wrap, Ethan. You got to let them live their life. Now, at 8 years old, would I let my kid play tackle football? No. But if he got into high school, he's like, Dad, Papa Carm, I really want to play the game of football. This is my passion. I would say, son, you very well may end up with a dislocated hip, might not be able to think, and perhaps impact your long-term life. But if you really want to play, and knowing all that, and being the mature young man that you are because you were raised by my incredible talents, I would, at that point, you gotta let your kid live there. It's his life, not your life.
Okay, all right.
You not with me?
Right. Obviously at some point you can only do so much, but I think I would strongly discourage my children from playing football. Listen, they're good athletes, which obviously, we play tennis together, so you know the type of athlete that I am. So, assuming that my children are all fantastic athletes, there's other sports to be played. Listen, tennis, you get a little tennis elbow, right? That's the worst thing that can happen to you. You can play, you can make a lot of money doing it. People watch it. You play baseball, you can play, soccer, what if you want to. I'm not a big soccer guy, but basketball, but football, why? It's just every play there's a guy down on the field.
You want to play, what about hockey? You want to play hockey?
Probably not. But hockey is a fun sport, though.
Get smacked in the boards in hockey. Wouldn't let them do hockey. All right. What about soccer?
I'd probably let them do soccer.
A lot of cracking into each other on the soccer field, Ethan. I get it. Like, these are more dangerous. But what about What about a wrestle?
Wrestling? Mm-hmm. Well, wrestling isn't. You might dislocate a shoulder or something, but you're not going to get a concussion, though.
Probably not. No, but they could.
Wrestling's not that fun. I would rather watch my kid play, some sort of sport that's more interesting to me.
Right.
But if my kid wanted to wrestle, then he can go for it.
What about a basketball? Drive to the hoop might get undercut.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
First of all, my kid's going to be too fast for anyone to be able to catch him to undercut him. Yeah, you play basketball. Listen, no, of course there's dangers in everything. I just think that it's too big of a risk.
Surreal, by the way, on the chat. My son just quit his team. I'm pissed. He was a quarterback. I love all sports, even lacrosse.
Even lacrosse. That's kind of shots fired at lacrosse right there.
A little bit of
kind of admitting that no one else likes lacrosse.
I mean, he's just acknowledging where lacrosse is in the hierarchy of sport. It's not, it's down the list. Everybody's got to know where they are in life. I mean, we know that, me and you, my younger brother, / cousin. What do you I think we're more cousins. What do you think? I mean,
yeah, cousins.
Cousins. That's cool. That Mahomes throwing it out of bounds here as the Chiefs have the ball back in a 10-10 game here, second quarter, 11:07, 11-12 as you see on our screen. See, we're not Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. We're Carmen Blumenthal.
Mm-hmm.
We're Ethan and Carm, but we're comfortable in that. Whereas the lacrosse fan / player, they got to be comfortable too. By the way, Michaels and Collinsworth, they don't have the background that we have.
That's true.
Look at what we got out there. I mean, that is the beautiful night of Chicago, just chilling and providing you with you can almost see into someone's apartment there and what's going on, right?
Hopefully something good. The other thing though that we're missing is they both had matching purple ties. I think maybe next stream, maybe we should do a little matching.
We can.
I don't know, man. I'm just throwing some ideas out there.
Ron Burt, Carmen, this isn't the 80s basketball. What 80s basketball reference did I get?
Because it's not like the Bad Boys Pistons. There's not going to be any undercutting. He's talking about my son playing basketball,
I see
getting undercut.
I got you, Ron.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen Mahomes across his body, deep downfield, incomplete? So you look at that throw.
I thought it was going to be a streaking Chief just running under that I didn't see in the camera.
He's rolling right, throwing across his body, and you expect there's to be a Chief just running right.
I had a wobble in there though. It was a wobbly throw. You see that? It was not a tight spiral.
Had a little wobble.
How far do you think you can throw a football?
Is this like?
I'm asking you.
No, I know. What's the movie that I'm thinking about? With that weird kid, which was hysterical. Come on.
Vote for Pedro.
Yeah,
right?
vote for Pedro. You're with me. I love that you're with me.
I'm with you. I can throw a football a quarter mile.
Vote for.
I can't. What can I? I'm blanking.
Vote for. I'm gonna.
Maybe one of our.
Yeah. What movie are we talking about?
What movie are we talking about, guys?
Vote for Pedro movie. Should I not hit it?
Yeah.
Richard is walking in here. I thought he was going to tell us the Vote for Pedro movie.
Yeah. Napoleon Dynamite.
God,
I feel like an old man not knowing.
Right. I couldn't.
You haven't seen keys around here, right?
Oh, keys for Sean?
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's on the one screen.
Hang on. Looking for keys. Sean's trying to go home.
What kind of car is it?
Let's see here.
So I know.
It doesn't.
Well, I got a 2006 Volvo, so if it's nicer than that, it might be.
No, I don't.
Switching.
Never had that happen before.
I don't know. I didn't have him. Wink. Yeah. It's a Beamer.
Ooh, shot right up the middle. Colts running the football. All right.
So this seems like as good a time as any, maybe, to talk about some of my my biggest, hottest takes about football. Okay, this is what if I
you got hot football takes.
I got the hottest. Okay, here's what I would love to see happen to football. Let's just assume that like the concussion, CT, all that's taken care of, and hopefully they figure that out and everyone's safe out there. But aside from that, I would like all kicking in football to be outlawed. I don't ever want to see another football player kick a ball. Don't throw those Three Musketeers bars at me. First of all, they're terrible.
What do you mean, the kickers, man? That's the only. Why you got to go be crushing kickers? That was rude of me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Listen, I
just had to do that for all the kickers and punters out there working so hard to be a part of this game.
I understand it, but it makes zero sense why anyone ever decided that we need kickers in this game. First of all, the whole point of the game, is to score points. the fact that these guys can punt the ball 60 million yards, when they're amazing, by the way, they really are incredible. Because I don't know when the last time you tried to punt a ball was, but it's not that easy.
It's not.
Pretty much, I do it once, and then my hip and my foot and like my groin, everything hurts after that. So they're really, really good at it. So it allows these teams to play this like field position game, which you hear people talk about all the time, when in fact, the whole point, they should be trying to score points. What do I want to see? I want to see great receivers making great plays from great quarterbacks.
So you just want to have, like, every time you go for it on fourth down. And
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
That's actually kind of that. Now, that's not terrible.
Man, that's fun. You know what I mean?
You got to go. You got to go.
You got to go for it. Also, right, what's a really exciting play in football? How about at the end of the game when a team can either kick it to win, kick it to tie and go to overtime, or they can go for two? I mean, going for two, man, that's a fun play. You get one chance to do it. You know what I mean? That's if I could do it.
By the way,
if I was the commish, that's what I would do.
I'm coming your way now. It's an interesting idea, but this game's very entertaining. I'm thoroughly enjoying Sunday Night Football right now. Brissett to T.Y. Hilton, complete, first down. Colts are moving inside the Chief 35.
And we got a game here. That's the thing.
We got a solid Sunday night action, which primetime games this year have been
rough.
Lately they've been hot. Thursday night was great.
Thursday, this past Thursday?
Yeah.
What was the game this past Thursday?
This past Thursday night was one of the greatest games in NFL history. My memory is unbelievable.
The Seahawks game.
The 1 point Seahawks and Rams game was phenomenal.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
And the Thursday night game last week, actually. The Eagles-Packers was a good game, too. Yeah, so actually that was the most disappointing thing because I'm a big, Greg the leg, he missed the field goal, and this is my point. It rides the whole game, rides or dies on rides or dies on the kicker, and it's like he has no part of the game, and then he comes in the game, and now everyone and the Rams can hate him because he missed the kick to win the game.
You know what bothered me yesterday? College football. I was watching Nebraska, right, and they were playing Northwestern. It was a thriller. 13-10. I know everybody else was watching Nebraska Northwestern yesterday. Well, the kicker, I forget his name, but he comes in to kick a 24-yard field goal to win the game, and he makes his field goal and he runs off like as if he was like out there battling it out every single play.
Right.
Like, dude, you just kicked a 24-yard field goal. You should act like you've been there, you clown.
Do you think you could kick a 24-yard field goal?
I do.
I actually think so too. That's really not that far.
But the records show that I can't kick it. If you go to the FanSided YouTube page,
well,
my kicking competition at Soldier Field. But like in my defense, I was taught how to kick from Cody Parkey, and that was the Bears kicker last year who did the double doink, and he was teaching me how to kick, and I missed it. But I had a terrible coach.
You could do it one time, you can miss it. But I'm just saying you definitely could make a 24-yard field goal.
I could.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah,
might not happen every time. I definitely rather one of these guys doing it.
Brissett up top to the end zone. Intercepted by the Chiefs. Kansas City going the other way.
We got to tackle this man.
Wow, that was I was expecting.
When I was watching the play, he came out of nowhere on the screen.
That was a hell of a.
Looked like he was.
That was a great pick.
He was both a 13th and a 14th and a 12th man on the field. I didn't see him coming.
Neither did Jacoby Brissett.
Neither did Jacoby, who was originally going to be named Jacob.
Tyrann Mathieu with the pick right there. Wow, big time. That was exciting.
It was good. It was good stuff.
I feel like I've never watched a football game before. It's so new with me and you right now tonight. This is with the lights on us and Chicago outside and chips and it just feels. I don't know why it feels different.
Well, this is. Listen. This is my first live stream, man.
Yeah.
Ever.
First live
time, So I don't even know. I don't know what the protocol is.
You're right, Surreal. Honey Badger strikes indeed. He struck big time. Flew out of nowhere, man.
Now the Honey Badger, that is a sick nickname. Was that not the coolest nickname you could have?
It's a pretty good nickname.
What can you name another? I was actually thinking about this the other day, like Anthony Davis, the Brow. That sucks. I think he's amazing and he's making his millions, but to literally be known, your nickname is because you have a unibrow. Is that how you want to go down, Carm?
Not really. No.
The Honey Badger, man. I'd like to be called the Honey Badger.
I mean, the Brow's doing all right for himself now. He's partnering.
Oh,
up.
he's doing more than all right.
He's living that LeBron dream.
I mean, he's not living the live stream dream though.
That's true.
I mean,
Not.
they didn't. No one asked. Anthony Davis to be on this live stream.
That's true.
They asked us.
Correct. Well, they might have asked Anthony Davis too, but he might have been a little bit more busy than me and you, who were available on a Sunday night. And for me, I mean, my fiance was coming back from her bachelorette party.
From her bachelorette party.
Yeah.
So wait, have we had a bachelor party yet, Carmen?
No, we haven't. You want in on that one?
Well, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm getting yelled at by my friends for not scheduling something, but
what do you want to do in your bachelor party? I'm actually one of my best friends.
I like PG-13 bachelor parties. Is that
PG-13?
Yeah.
That's okay.
No
strip club for you. That's fine. I'm not a strip club person myself.
Right. It's just too awkward. I can't do it. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Just deleted a video. I'm trying to find something for you here that I think you'll find entertaining, that maybe we can put up on the stream. I don't know how to do that, but they put my face on blow up dolls, man. They put.
Who put your face on blow up dolls?
They made like sticks with my. They put like the face that you would have at let you see like a college basketball game.
Okay.
And then they put it on like a blow up doll.
And this was for what?
That was just a prop at the bachelorette party. I was offended by that.
I'm with you now.
I don't know if this.
So what did they do, or what did they tell you that they did?
I honestly haven't talked to her. I don't know. Incomplete off the hands of Chiefs' intended receiver. I didn't see who that was, but
this is good. Ron Burt asks, "Does Mahomes have a nickname yet?" I think maybe we should brainstorm some ideas here, Carm.
The Patrick Mahomes nickname?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes doesn't have a nickname? Am I wrong about this? Hang on a second here.
So when you are standing out on the field at the 20, so we have a misinformation here by Lloyd Taylor. When you're standing at the 25-yard line and realize that you're going to have a physically kick a football through the uprights, it's tougher than it looks. But we specifically said a 24-yard field goal, right, which is not at the 25-yard line. Can we agree on that, Carm? A 24-yard
when you're standing on the field
goal,
at the 25-yard line and realize that you're going to have to physically kick a field goal through the upright, it's tougher than it looks. It's a long way.
Right, but we didn't talk about that's not a 25-yard field goal. At the 25, that's a 35-yard field goal.
Well, if you're kicking from the 25, yes.
Yeah,
but
so
if
that's
the
what
ball
he
is
said,
being
the
snapped at
25-yard
the 25, then it'd be a 42-yard field goal.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So other more reason, I'm sorry, Lloyd. We appreciate you joining in on us, but I agree. I don't think I could kick. I'm not sure if I could kick one from if it's snapped at the 25-yard line. Oh,
Lloyd, I'm with you, Lloyd, in the fact that what these guys do for a living, period, is incredibly difficult, and they're in the most exclusive country club on the planet, making it to the top of the athletic mountain. So I have tremendous respect for every single damn athlete that's out there, be it on the field, on the practice squad. I even have respect for the Division III backup athlete on the water polo team. I love them all, but to my original point, I mean, this is the NFL. To get to this level, these guys are preposterous, and the concept that me and or Ethan or you or whoever could do what they do is ridiculous. However, you line me up and tell me I can kick a 24-yard field goal, I'm making that thing all day long.
Which, by the way, would means that you're kicking it from the 14-yard line.
I'm going to bet on myself there, man. I know it's offensive to say that we could do what they do, but I'm just tell you right now, I'm kicking that thing in.
I'd kind of like to do it. Right now, can we get? I mean,
I don't know if I could do it.
Why doesn't FanSide have a? We should have a field goal here, a little backyard action.
I got to tell you, LaShawn McCoy is off of the list.
Oh, we got a fumble!
Fumble!
Get on that ball, Colts! Get on that ball, Colts! Come on, there's like 15 Colts.
All day, Colts. All day, Colts.
God is a Chiefs
all day. Oh wow!
There we go. There we go.
There it is.
There we go.
So that was Mahomes doing this, that here to McCoy, and he was rumbling, stumbling, as John Madden would say, for 30-some plus odd yards. And then we got a punch of the football.
That's a Peanut Tillman punch right there.
That's how you strip it, baby. That is how you strip it. Bang. It's always amazing me that the ball doesn't come out more.
Are you kidding me? I mean, if a 300-pound man was running at me, I would just give him the ball. I would say, just take it. I don't want you to hit me, man. I guess that's why I'm not on the football field.
They just showed a very frustrated. Patrick Mahomes.
Lloyd Taylor is telling us that Mahomes' nickname is Showtime.
I believe that.
I mean, I don't, but I never. It's not like it's not known enough. I mean, I've never heard of that. So I think no matter what, there's still time for us to make our mark here and give him a nickname.
5 best Patrick Mahomes nicknames that could catch on. Patrick Mahomes nicknames from Chiefs fans. You're right. Apparently,
he's got nothing. And too bad
Chiefs
the
Pat
honey
Mahomes
badger is
living up to
taken.
his Showtime nickname, July 29, 2019. How about they?
Maybe we should call him Kermit.
I mean, Chiefs Mahomes lives up to Showtime nickname. Patrick Mahomes spent this offseason riding horses through the surf and throwing passes on the beach, swapping jokes with Jimmy Kimmel and hobnobbing with celebrities on the red carpet. He's the cover boy for this year's Madden video game. We know this. The Texas Tech diehard who followed his alma mater all the way to the Final Four. The sports fan that suddenly pops up at the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, I'm not going to continue to read this article. No. But very likable, very talented, very much. I think we're all sort of in love with Patrick Mahomes. Let's be honest.
I mean, it seems like a nice enough fellow.
I hope.
Carmen, doing a lot of talk here, and it's 10-10. We got a game here, man.
5:08 left to go here in the second quarter. Coming up on halftime here, which we're going to bring in a special halftime guest. How about that? 98 on the Chiefs is wearing Air Jordan cleats, rookie year cleats. Don't think I didn't notice that. That is a sweet look. Look at those.
That is a sweet look.
The red, white, and black.
That is
Jordan 1s. That's a dude right there.
That's hot right there. Who was that? Who's 98?
98 on the. He's one of my favorite players of all time. 98 on the Chiefs. As I look it up, where's Matt Verderam? That'd be Xavier Williams.
Xavier Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. And Xavier spelled with an X. Actually, I just met someone recently that Xavier spelled with a Z. So you never know what you're getting in this life.
Brissett's pass incomplete, intended for Eric Ebron, who is now going to walk off the field, and the Colts are going to punt it away here. The Chiefs are going to get good field position, Ethan Blumenthal.
They are, and I'll bet against this. I'll bet against this. I'll bet $10,000 against what I'm about to say, but a fake punt right here. God, I'd love to see that. And I know it's not going to happen, and it's definitely not a good spot for it, 4th and 12. But I'm just saying, I really want to see a fake punt in this game.
Long way to go. Could be the right situation. Oakland Raiders fake punt today.
Absolute boot.
Yeah, he just cracked that thing. Oh, what a great tackle! Whew. Phenomenal coverage.
There's no way I would never not call a fair catch. They're insane. How often do they get a chance at all? I'd be calling a fair catch. I'd tell the refs I'm calling a fair catch before he even kicks it.
That was one of the better special teams plays I've seen in this season.
Now, here's another question for you.
Sprinting down the field by himself.
Here's another question for you, Carm.
Yeah. Ashton Doolin.
If you got 10 chances to catch a kickoff, let's just say a punt from an NFL punter,
Mahomes
how many of those would you catch?
10 punts?
10 punts, an NFL kicker, he's booting it 60 yards.
Is it within 5 yards where I'm setting up?
Yeah, you're set up, just like this, whatever. You can
10.
You catch 10 out of 10?
I'm 10.
That's what I say too, but I've had a lot of people tell me that there's no way that I do that. But I think, he just...
Actually, that's not true. I catch 7. I'll give myself 7.
Okay, I'll say 9. I say maybe I miss one. But it's not. Listen,
we are just such losers. We want to have all we want to do is compete and
it is, and we're sitting here. We're sitting here. We're doing our best right now. But I'd love to get out there, and if they want to get us on the field,
What about
I'd love to put it to the test.
You right now you're.
I'm watching you, Carm. Yeah.
Yeah. You got me.
You can never have enough Mark Carman.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So you might as well keep me in front of your face there. But you saw me kick a 30-yard field goal right there. if you go to our FanSided Facebook page, you'll see the incredible athletic maneuvers that I was willing to make to better the cause. Mahomes down the middle, complete. Up by the 50, that was on 3rd and 15. It's going to be very much looking for a flag. And Mahomes.
I think he was looking for the first down. Mahomes coming up limping right now.
Limping on his left ankle. Patrick Mahomes walking around, looking like he. We got to see a replay here, but he definitely rolled his ankle on something.
Dr. Carm, what do you assess that? What do you think it is?
I think he's fine. I think he maybe got rolled up on by an offensive lineman. Are they really going to go for this 4th and 1? I guess they are. 4th and 1, just shy of midfield. Chiefs hand it off, and that's first down. They got it.
They did.
Went with the fullback. Go Andy Reid. Way to be aggressive, buddy. I appreciate you. Let's see if they have here's what happened on the ankle. Steps forward. Ooh, that's not good.
I didn't really, if I'm being honest, I didn't really see what happened.
He gets tackled and he falls back down on that.
I think he's all right. I'm diagnosed that as a little tweak. I think he's fine. It's right there. Yeah.
He fell back. His left ankle was a little compromised there. I'm not sure.
I'm predicting a Chiefs touchdown on this drive.
Mahomes back to pass under pressure. Lost one down the middle. Lucky that wasn't picked off.
Opportunity for a pick.
That ball was in the air in the danger zone for a long time. Have you ever do you remember Ride Into the Danger Zone?
Do I remember?
Do you remember this tune, Ride Into the Danger Zone?
The song?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you, can you throw it on here?
I can't. No music? Okay, Richard got you. No music.
That was, he was pretty firm on that, too.
Kenny Loggins, Ride Into the Danger Zone. And it was like, Top Gun. Are you Top Gun?
I have seen Top Gun. I don't know.
You're not
Goose Maverick, right?
You're not a big Top Gun guy.
No, I am. Listen,
you hate
Corbin,
Top Gun.
When did Top Gun come out?
You straight 86?
86?
Something like that, sure.
So, it's a couple years before I was born.
Right, I know. That's what I'm saying. You're not a Top Gun guy.
But I mean, I'm not a Top Gun guy. I just
Goose and Maverick?
Goose and Maverick, yeah.
You know the Top Gun 2's coming up?
Really?
Maverick.
Really?
Yes, 2020 Maverick.
Wait, I don't want to spoiler alert. Close your ears if you haven't heard it. But who dies? Who's the one that dies?
Who dies in Top Gun?
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer that. Are you kidding me?
No, I mean, I've seen it.
Maverick dies. Not Maverick. I mean, Goose dies.
Goose dies.
Goose.
Right.
But this is about Maverick.
Right.
Maverick's having a midlife crisis in 2020 Top Gun.
All right. Something to look forward to.
I mean, I think so. Mahomes back to pass, 1st and 10 at midfield, going bomb down the right sidelines intended.
There has been I feel like every single time I look up, he's throwing another deep pass.
It's, you know why? Because he goes down the field.
I love that. Go deep all day, baby.
A lot of targets tonight. A lot of targets for Damian Williams.
Surreal is asking for a roughing the passer, but I'm not sure what that's referring to.
And by Damian Williams, I mean DeMarcus Robinson. My bad. Yes, we can. There you go. That's roughing the passer?
I don't know what.
Oh, you saw him when they fell on Mahomes' ankle.
Right, okay.
Mahomes rolling right. Mahomes looking for somebody. Mahomes dancing. Mahomes lucky he didn't get killed. That was not smart.
No. For 2 yards, man.
Right.
If you're the quarterback, your Carm's pick as the greatest quarterback of all time, you throw that one away.
Mahomes God. Gotti Mahomes.
Gotti Mahomes?
Mahomes is God.
Okay. Whatever you say, man. Do you have any friends out there listening? Want to give them a shout out?
I don't think I do.
I'm not sure either.
I did a very poor job in promotion today. That's
understood.
So I don't know if I mean everybody is organically, beautifully coming in, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much for checking out the chat tonight. Our Chiefs and Colts Sunday night extravaganza, and of course we will be back next Sunday night as well, and for the rest of the season on Sunday nights here at the FanSided live stream. So yeah. subscribe, like, share, all of that. We very much appreciate it, and look forward to hanging out with you on Sunday Night Football.
And
Next week, by the way, is the Steelers and the Chargers, 1-4 and 2-3. Woof.
If you also if you can't get enough of us doing the live stream, Carm, I hear, rumor has it, that we also do a podcast. It's a podcast coming out every Monday.
Every Monday. The On the Mark with Mark Carman podcast. Ethan is on that podcast most weeks, unless there's a Jewish holiday like last week.
Fact.
So yes, we got to do a podcast tomorrow, bud. I've got you know who's on the pod this week?
Who? No.
Lolo Jones.
Lolo Jones. Now that's different from Lola Bunny. There's two different people.
Yes, okay. Lolo Jones, the 37-year-old virgin. Thank you, FanSided, for promoting that. 37-year-old virgin trying to eclipse the 40-year-old virgin and go for the 41-year-old virgin. She's on the 4-year plan. Lolo was awesome to talk to, and she kind of lays out, who she's looking to date. So are you down for dating Lolo?
Well, I am single, Carm.
Right.
So,
you got anything cooking right now, or are you a free man? You look a little uncomfortable with that question.
No. Listen, we've been down this road before. When I crashed the wedding, and we did it on the podcast. By the way, I told the full story about the wedding crashing story on the podcast. If you go back a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's true.
It's got to be one of the better episodes. No, you're right. They're all top.
I mean, every
top
episode
notch.
is just so. It's the
right.
One thing about this podcast is it's very consistent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what people love us. But anyways, when I told it on the podcast, because I went with my roommate Shira, and so you were really pestering me about this. Was this a thing between me and Shira?
Because of course it is.
I need to make it clear, set the record straight that we're just friends.
So this dude,
is that okay?
You live with a woman by the name of Shira.
Yep. But she goes by Chelsea when she crashes weddings.
You crashed a wedding with her. That's a date on a Saturday night. Mm-hmm. So I speculated that you have to be knocking the boots.
Okay.
That's how I saw things were going down.
Understood. I see where you're coming from.
But maybe that's very
so
immature.
First of all, I'll say when we went to the wedding, our plan was to go as brother and sister. So that we could see what was out there at the wedding. We've all seen the movie. So we wanted to see what was out there, but then people just kind of assumed that we were a couple. So in order to keep the facade of what we were doing, we had to just kind of play along, and we just decided, okay, we'll just be a couple. That's fine.
Right. Well, that's a good job. Chiefs are punting, by the way.
The Colts defense, coming up huge here.
That was a big stop.
This is another big stop.
The Chiefs legit punted, and fair catch called for at the 11. Ooh, that was a lot of arms going on there. Good job. Nice fair catch. Colts get it back with 1:44 to go. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna do a little maintenance check here. You hang on.
I will be here, my friend.
Here's a.
Is it milky? Is it Three Musketeers? I'm not about that.
Yeah.
I'm not about that life. Do we have any baseball fans listening out there? We got some baseball games going on as well. I'm enjoying the Jacoby Brissett show right now. I'm really big on Jacoby and how he got his name, and I'm not sure. I might really like the name Jacoby, and in fact, I'm going to put that on my list. Should I ever have a child, Jacoby might have to be a name that we got going on there. Colts working their way down the field. We got plenty of time. 1:14 left. 3 timeouts. Listen, come on now. I'm all in on the Colts right now. I think their defense looks good, And, for a guy, Patrick Mahomes, while he is great, for a guy that Mark Carman, the gentleman sitting to my left here, has said, the greatest quarterback to only have 10 points at halftime. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, at the end of the day, it's only got 10 points for as good as a couple of the plays that he's made.
I expect a greater amount of depth from you than that. I mean, come on, man. Have you seen this guy running all over the field? Ultimately,
I've seen him overthrow a couple of passes too.
Oh, come on, man. Now he's wow. He's I can't believe this. As I look at the stats, he's throwing the ball 28 times. Whew. 16 for 28.
A lot of times.
That's a lot of. That's on pace for 56.
Jacoby. I mean,
Jacoby's got a cannon, man. Whew. That was a bullet to T.Y. Hilton as first and 10 for the Colt.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you this question? I feel like all the times, people they said this a lot about Jay Cutler. Well, he's got a cannon for an arm, even though he's making bad decisions, etc. Is there any quarterback in the NFL that doesn't have a cannon for an arm?
Chase Daniel.
All right. Okay, but he's not really a starter though. Ooh, Jacoby.
I like Jacoby. You know what Jacoby's got?
What does he have?
He got a big caboose. That thing is significant.
He does.
Jacoby could get it done on the.
He'd be good at boxing out.
Yeah, he'd be phenomenal.
Great power forward. How tall is he? A small forward.
I think Jacoby's. I want to say 6'4". I'm correct. He is 6'4". Thank you very much.
Good job. Where do you go to? Was Jacoby go to college?
Jacoby Brissett, I want to say NC State. Is that right? Yes, it is. NC State.
Carm.
That's two for two, baby. 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Very feeling good about myself right now. All right, 2nd and 3 inside the 50. Jacoby with time, looking right, passes off the hands and incomplete. That was not my favorite moment of the night for the Colts offense. High degree of difficulty for a very short pass is never good.
Agreed.
3rd and 3 with.
So this is an obvious choice to me. If they don't get it here, do you go for it?
If they don't get it here, I do not.
The Chiefs 40. They're at the Chiefs
47.
47.
46.
46.
Jacoby, jump pass, complete.
There you go.
Great job.
Oh, yeah, he's
picking up the first one and a flag.
See, Carm, this is why I hate, you think you know what happens. It's like, how can you ever celebrate a play when you have no idea if there's been a flag thrown,
Well, it's kind of like
rough,
life. You think you have it going your way, and then the next moment, all of a sudden, it goes the other way. Life is about just flags being thrown your way, and how do you handle the fact that there is a flag on the field and you keep on moving forward. To me, that's really
holding on the defense.
That's big. That's big.
All right, so
that'll tack 10 on.
That's just 5. It's just, I think it's.
You sure about?
Does it? No, it doesn't add on to the end of it.
Was it after the play?
No, it's holding.
Okay, so then they're gonna take.
They got like 3 yards on that play, so they'll take the extra 2 yards plus the first. Either way, we're in the same position we were.
Yeah, they just declined that penalty. Take the first down. They're at the 43. Jacoby rolling right. Jacoby looking right. Jacoby throwing it out of bounds.
But I love that little flick of the wrist, and the ball went like 35 yards.
We're not doing a ton of play-by-play tonight, but I think the play-by-play we're doing is. I think the play-by-play we're doing is phenomenal. I'd actually like if you can weigh in on the chat. Do you want to hear more about the game, or do you want to hear more stories of Carm and Ethan? More game, more stories. We're open to suggestions here. As Brissett throwing it out of bounds. By the way, the food at Arrowhead Stadium is nasty. For anybody who's going into for halftime food, don't get the nachos. They're disgusting.
How can you screw up nachos?
Bad chip.
Ooh, look at that spin move, Carm.
That was
a spin to end all spins.
That Hines slipping and rolling his way.
Goodness gracious.
The 4th round pick out of North Carolina State in 2018.
See that again. Whoop! I gotta love that. You gotta love that, Carm.
By the way, I curious team out there, worst stadium food experience you've ever had. Worst stadium food experience. Does anything come to mind for you on that one? Have you ever had a hot dog at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City?
I have not. I've never been to Kansas City.
Straight atrocious.
How can you screw up a hot dog?
I don't know.
Did he get both feet in there? Because I think he might have.
And that was out of bounds. What's your go-to stadium food?
Well, it's definitely. I mean, it's got to be a hot dog. I mean, if I'm getting, what's wrong with a hot dog? Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
See, nachos, I feel stupid getting nachos.
Why?
Because it's like the nacho cheese is gross, and it's like, here we are, what are we going to pay? We're paying like $6 for just like, chips and some nachos. It just makes me feel, stupid. You know what I mean? But a hot dog, it's got some meat. You know what I mean? Get a little meat, get the fixings, a little pickle action going on. I mean, I'm a big Chicago-style fan. You like Chicago-style hot dogs?
I do.
I mean, there's no other way to have a hot dog, in my opinion.
So you want so nachos for $5 or a hot dog for $8? Which way are you going?
What is it? $8 for a hot dog? I mean, that's
could be.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the really the big time move.
Yeah.
Is just get some food beforehand. You know what I mean?
Well, but sometimes
you can't.
Sometimes you just have that you got that desire. You want to have that stadium food experience.
I hear you. I'm a big. If I'm going to the Cubs game, there's that little Mexican place right under the train. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I've hit that place.
So you hit that place up. It's right at the stadium. You hit it up real fast.
That
get a nice
nasty too.
It's
straight nasty.
It's good. You get a nice burrito. It's handheld. You can bring that right in the stadium. You just walk in, you eat it. I also, I hate standing in lines at a game, especially when I'm going to watch a game. I'm there to watch the game.
You get the burrito outside Wrigley and walk in with that thing and mow it at the seat?
Absolutely.
That's a great move by you.
I've done it.
Ron Bird, we're talking about college athletics. We're talking about high school athletics. You want to throw a junior high concession stand. I'm interested in your answer.
Absolutely.
I mean, when I was a play-by-play announcer at St. Edward's University, their concession stand was straight nasty. But they did have they had an underrated hot dog in there. They would.
What kind of hot dog? I mean,
I think they were
Vienna beef. You're talking Hebrew National. I mean, what are you thinking?
No.
This is just downgrading.
Might have
been
been
way lower than that.
Might have been an Oscar Mayer.
Oscar Mayer. Okay. See, what I don't do is I don't go. There's the color scheme, the color spectrum for a hot dog, right? Well, you want like the darker red.
You want the dark red.
And it gets grayer and grayer. Then you got to hit a point. Everyone needs a point for themselves where they say, I'm not going to go lighter than that. It can't be lighter than that. So I mean. When I was younger, now that I'm an adult, have a little more money, right? There's no reason to buy the 6-pack of hot dogs that's 60 cents cheaper, but it's gray. I don't do that. It's not for me, Colin.
You go straight.
Oh yeah, I mean Hebrew National probably. You know what I mean? You like Hebrew National? What's the matter with you, man?
I would never buy a package of hot dogs ever.
Why not?
Because I would go and I would buy one at a store and have it made fresh for me with a nice steamed bun, and that would not be something that would be in my house. So you're actually like a hot dog lover. If you're buying a package of dogs,
I'm not saying I do this all the time, but listen, for example. Let's say, next Sunday or, whatever, I want to have some friends over and watch the game. That could be an easy thing to do. We could order pizza, or I could just, whatever. It's a big deal. Pick up a couple of hot dogs, and then everyone kind of make their own hot dog, get some stuff out there.
Has this actually happened?
Yeah, this has happened, man. What do you think I am? I'm a lover of fine foods, hot dogs included, and I want my friends to come over.
Really nice,
I'm a host. Listen,
that's a nice hosting, adorable thing. I'm impressed.
I mean, and my friends are nice people too. They come over, they'll bring some beer, maybe bring some chips. We'll see. We'll have a little situation going on.
I appreciate it. I'm shocked. That's very domesticated of you.
Well, and not always. Listen, last night we had some friends over, and we ordered in a bunch of Thai food. About 15 of us hanging out, drinking some fall cocktails, playing some board games. So,
what board games?
Good. Well, we played Mafia actually. Have you played Mafia?
No.
So I never played it either. It was kind of interesting. It was hard because there was like 15 people who had a couple beverages to drink, and then one guy who knew the game was trying to explain it, and there was a lot of chit-chatting around it.
Right.
But it was cool, but it was just hard for myself included to be quiet enough to let the whole game be explained. You know what I mean? Because I like to interject a little bit. Got a little side funny comment. I got to throw it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
what it's about.
It's one of the reasons why you're here to dominate. You're a great interjector.
Well, we're here.
Third and one. Brissett looking for the end zone. Brissett.
Oh, that's all over him. There's got to be a flag there, unless it's uncatchable.
Uncatchable. I'd say that'd be my call.
He was all over him though.
And I don't know why on 3rd and 1, I guess with 13 seconds left in the half, you're going for the home run ball. Right. By the way, John Bueller's going to join us at halftime for a little bit. I figured I'd give you a 5-minute break so you can walk around and see the sights. Or you can talk to Bueller, by the way, but we need some Bueller in here.
Whew. Yeah, it was uncatchable.
You think uncatchable? I think it was.
I don't know.
That angle.
I don't know.
I mean, where it landed, it looked uncatchable.
Right.
Vinatieri on for a 32-yard field goal. And it is up, and it is good. The Colts, 13-10. What's the Chiefs' mascot name again? Is it? It's that idiot. I don't mean that to be.
Also, Ron Burt backing me up here. Hot dogs are useful in any crowd situation, easy to prepare. So that was if we're doing
the KC Wolf.
If we're playing some sort of competition here, that's 1 point for Ethan. 1-0 Ethan then.
Hot dogs are useful in any crowd situation, easy to prepare.
That's what I'm saying. Get hot dogs, you just throw them in some boiling water. It's easy they use them, and then everyone does them themselves.
Yeah, but to me that means you don't even. I mean, I think it's adorable that you do that, but I also feel like you don't like your friends. Like if you were really invested in your friends, you'd have a chicken sandwich for them.
Chicken sandwich? You want me to make a bunch of chicken sandwiches?
Why not?
Listen, I mean, my culinary skills only go so far.
I think you could do it. Little chicken on the grill.
Well, what's a Carm? If I'm ever invited, graced by the invitation to go to Carm's house, what are you making me?
Chips.
as noted here, chips. Okay.
Chips. Okay. Chips, hummus. You're
not a big.
I can.
If you had one meal to prepare, what would it be?
I mean, I'd ask my lovely fiance to get her going here because she doesn't let me in the kitchen as of late. But okay. I would hit up a mac. I do a nice mac and cheese. That should have been
that's
personal foul
there. That was way out of bounds.
I mean, you got to be a real knucklehead to tackle a guy out of bounds with 4 seconds left in the half.
To give them literally all they need is a chance, right? They're
showing Patrick Mahomes highlights. Look at the way he spins it. Look at this. Look at this.
And I appreciate all the on the run stuff, but at the end of the day, it's they're losing 13-10.
Well, yeah, you want to bet against him? I don't think you do.
I don't know if I want to, but it might just.
Mahomes taking a knee, and we have reached the half. 13-10, Colts on top of the Chiefs here. The Chiefs a 10.5-point favorite. This Indianapolis team, man, I am impressed. Straight impressed by the Colt. And I'm impressed by Jacoby Brissett, and I'm impressed by the fact that they're 2-2. And here comes John Bueller. All right, Ethan, you get to.
I'm gonna go take 5. See what I can find out about the ins and outs of the FanSided office.
I'm gonna do Bueller for 5, and then you're gonna come in and do Bueller for 5 and learn about Bueller.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be it's a new thing on the show. It's called Doing Bueller for 5.
All right.
Here comes our guy, who's wearing his.
Do whatever you gotta do. Right?
John Bueller is our halftime entertainment today. He brings you all thoughts Bueller as he gets ready to sit on down here as Ethan gets a break. And John is a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan. As we give you the bio, the Falcons got absolutely walloped today by Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. Bueller, good to see you, buddy.
It's good to see you too, Carm.
Oh, you're wearing your Brave stuff too.
Yeah.
3 runs in the 9th to beat the Cardinals today, buddy.
Yeah, just a great opportunity. Did not disappoint me. I wrote about the Falcons got to fire Dan Quinn yesterday, and then I got to write about the Braves doing something cool in October. The last time they had a series lead, I was in 7th grade.
Wow. You're not in 7th grade anymore.
No, I'm not. I have a beard, but my skin is still like a 7th grader sometimes.
Me too. Do we have no shots tonight? Should we get the whiskey out of here?
If it's coming, I will do it.
And maybe Richard will bust it out. I mean, Shay's got all that.
She's got all that, like that Dan Aykroyd vodka.
Yeah, she's got, I mean, a lot of stuff over there. I mean, normally when last time we were doing a show together, you were drinking heavily, and Hunter was bringing in drinks. It was nasty, but you put it down.
It was nasty, but it was also the Emmys. So that's kind of what happened.
Oh, it was the Emmys that night, right?
It was the Emmys, but like it's good. So
right.
Yeah, we're at halftime here with the Colts up 3 on the road at Kansas City.
Lynn Bueller, well aware of what's going on.
If you've got any questions about any games that went on today, any sports, just anything about life, Carm and I or Ethan will be able to help you out.
Yeah, well,
send it in the chat and we'll answer it.
We're here to lift it up to the next level here, buddy.
Let's see. I'm looking at worst stadium food experience. I wasn't able to catch what yours was, but I have a terrible one myself.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so fall 2011. I'm a senior at UGA.
Okay.
Georgia is playing Boise State at the Chick-fil-A kickoff game at the Georgia Dome.
Okay.
And I skipped my cousin's wedding to go to this because, like, who does a fall wedding? They didn't seem to understand why I wanted to go to that game, but I did, and it's fine. I go and I think I get like a hot dog with like a chili dog or something like that. Mm-hmm. No beans, and in my drunken stupor, I fell down the stairs. And I got all over my my Aaron Murray jersey that I still wear.
Ooh.
And the worst part was like all it was gone was like half my Miller Lite too. So like that was like $40 gone.
So you were. Let me just rewind here, Bueller, because I focused on the chips for a second here.
That's fine. Those are good chips.
They are. I got the chili dog. I got that you were drunk. I got that you spilled it on yourself. What game were you at?
UGA was playing Boise State Chick-fil-A kickoff.
Okay.
And Georgia just got crushed by like Kellen Moore in the Bucs.
So you were in college, or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was 21 at the time.
21.
Yeah.
Or 18.
I was 21. It was 2011. So, yeah.
Okay. So you were 21. So you were of age. You could buy beer in the stadium.
I could buy beer of age in the stadium. I have an early birthday. It was supposed to be fun, and it was a bad time.
Well.
You know.
Did you go back and get another chili dog?
I sure did.
Did you really?
I mean, I was hungry and I had a credit card, and they're like, we just saw you, and I'm like, okay, but you know, that's when you're that hungry, you got to get your chili dog.
Yeah, and they should have comped you, man. The chili dog that you gave me was soggy, and now I like that you're a man of integrity. You didn't go for the freebie.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention to my credit card at that point, so it was just on there.
Why not?
Why not?
All right, so let's go. You've been here all day, Bueller. What was your favorite game of this week in the NFL, Week 5?
I really enjoyed just looking through here. I mean, trying to get through the Falcons' misery there, but I thought that I found the Jaguars Panthers pretty fascinating because you've got two young quarterbacks, you know, Gardner Minshew and Kyle Allen, kind of duking it out. These are both expansion franchises that came in the same year in '95. And, you know, Kyle Allen's 3-0 as the Panthers starter. You know, Gardner Minshew had 2 opportunities to win it at the last second. You know, they got a free play because the Panthers jumped off sides and just came up a little bit short. I just kind of felt like, well, I know one of these teams is going to fall to 2 and 3, but they both look pretty good at times. I found that to be one of the more competitive games. And then obviously another competitive game was the Ravens Steelers, but you know, once Mason Rudolph got hurt, I was kind of turned off by that game. That was rough.
How long was he down for?
Minutes, man.
I mean, when they were touching him on the chest, like, hey, buddy, like, it looked like he might be gone. I mean,
yeah, like Juju Smith-Schuster was crying. Like people were saying he's not moving. I saw the hit, and he just went out cold. And you know, this is a guy that like I've interviewed before. And I'm like, I hope you do really well. I liked him coming out of Oklahoma State. He's got his good opportunities here with, you know, the Steelers because Ben Roethlisberger's out. But at this point, yeah, we got to kind of play.
They're showing it right now on Sunday.
They like took his like face mask off. It just, I cannot believe that human being, that man stood up, and the cart didn't even work. So they had to walk him to the back.
I guess it was because he got cracked in the chest.
Yeah.
That everything maybe collapsed, because it didn't. Honestly, like when you look at it, it doesn't. It's not helmet to helmet really. It's more helmet. I don't know. I was. He got sandwiched, but I was surprised it had that big of an impact on him. But
a little bit, but I was just like, wait, what happened? It's up to say like,
well, because he completed the pass, and all of a sudden, Steelers are going down the field. But yeah, do we have an update on Mr. Rudolph?
I can look real quick. Mason Rudolph. The amount of times I've typed this into Twitter is just, I don't know. It says that he's home from the hospital and he's doing well. People are wishing him to get well soon. I mean, he's going to be in concussion protocol, obviously. So, I mean, I'm looking at who the Steelers play next.
Doesn't matter. Their season's over anyway. But
yeah, they're 1-4 like the Falcons. So you just got to get ready for the draft.
They got the Chargers next. Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, they're going to be on the road at the Chargers in prime time.
Oh yeah, it's next Sunday night.
Next Sunday night.
Right, that's our game.
Man, did you see the Chargers? They lost to the Broncos today.
Rough. First win for Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
As a head coach, I love Vic. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I know he's been with had been with the Bears for a while, but I was kind of like wondering what your opinion of like the Broncos like slow start was. I kind of felt like, yeah, I know your Bears beat them, but I didn't feel like their 0-4 was as bad as it was.
It wasn't. They lost a lot of tough games. I mean, I think 3 of the 4 have been close. At least 2 of them have been. They shouldn't have lost the Bears game. That was a complete debacle. And then the last week game that they lost was
the Jaguars.
That was a brutal loss. So, they're learning how to win. Bottom line. But I'm a Vic fan, and the Raiders-Bears game today was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Highly entertaining and incredibly disappointing if you're a Bears fan.
Right.
But, down 17-0 at the half, you think it's over. And all of a sudden, the Raiders have a terrible turnover. Bears take advantage, get in the end zone. Then they get a great kickoff return from Tariq Cohen. Then Chase Daniels throwing some great balls. Anthony Miller makes a leaping catch. Alvin Robinson.
That guy deserves a statue. He is sensational. Like, he had Christian Hackenberg throwing him balls at Penn State. Then he had to deal with Blake Bortles for a couple of years in Jacksonville. And I know that Mitchell Trubisky is the best quarterback he's played with, but it's like, if this guy had like got the quarterbacking talent, that he probably deserved for the first couple of years in the league, he'd be more than like a one-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah,
he's a really great player.
That's something like if he was playing with Tom Brady and or Patrick Mahomes or whoever, the dude would be rolling. You're staying, Bueller.
I'm staying. It's going to be Bueller and Ethan time.
Bueller and Ethan 5 minutes as Carm is going to go do some push-ups. All right, here comes Ethan coming back in. No pressure.
No pressure whatsoever.
This is the halftime plan.
Halftime.
Now I step in the seat of Mark Carman himself, man.
John Bueller and
Yeah.
John Bueller, Ethan Blumenthal.
John Bueller. What's going on, man? Can we do a little handshake?
Absolutely.
What did you and Carm talk? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did not listen. I was taking a little break.
It's what you got to do. You got to get ready for, another exciting, riveting second half. We talked a little bit about, favorite games from the first window. We talked a little bit about the Jaguars, Panthers, a little bit about the Bears and Raiders. Talked a little bit about Mason Rudolph getting hurt. That was
right.
That was rough.
Rough.
Any other games from the first window you really liked today?
Did I really like today?
Or
listen.
Interesting.
Interesting. Well, here's my question. I asked Carm this. I'm gonna go in a different direction. I don't know how much.
Even better.
Yeah, I don't even know how much. But I like to go. Just get crazy here. So first of all, my question to you is, Mason Rudolph injury, right? It's all brutal stuff. I don't know. Are you a father? Do you have kids?
I do not have any children.
No, but if you were to have kids, do you think you'd let them play football?
If they want to play it, I'll let them play it.
Okay.
My whole thought is like probably nothing before like 7th or 8th grade. If you want to play flag,
sure.
Granted, we're about the
flag.
Age.
Listen, come on.
I didn't have like flag football as an option as a kid. If that would have been available, I would have played.
Right.
But I just think there's a lot of team lessons you can learn. But like you get beat up, you kind of know what you're signing up for. But that's That's brutal. Like they took his face mask off.
Yeah. I actually didn't see the whole thing, but I thought you were going to say they took his face off. And I was going to say, that seems borderline dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I hope it was the doctor
It was
who
some
did
like
that.
Nick Cage, John Travolta stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. So are you a Nick Cage fan?
I tolerate Nick Cage.
You tolerate Nick Cage. What's your favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man? Okay. Is it okay that I've never seen that?
I mean, it's probably better that you've never seen that.
Okay. You're not a national treasure type of guy?
I mean, like, I was just saying the Wicker Man for like laugh purposes,
Okay.
but like the National
Sure.
Treasure, it's like I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, listen. Stealing the Declaration of Independence, something I've never done, and I'd like to. Right. I mean, one day. We'll put on the list of things for me to do one day.
I mean, theft's fine. Like if you can
It's
get
not a
away
big
with
deal.
it, it's
Exactly.
not a big deal.
Especially everyone would understand if there's a treasure map on the back of it.
Yeah.
So your name's John Bueller.
Yes, sir.
How often does someone say Bueller? How often does that happen to you?
Every single day of my life since third grade.
Okay, third grade. Okay, so do you like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or because of the name thing,
I mean,
is it torture?
It's a great movie. What if it was a bad movie? Like, could you imagine like if if you
Not as many people would know it though, so you probably wouldn't get it as much maybe. Because Ferris Bueller is a pretty famous movie.
I mean, what's the other option? Like, have my name be the same of like a serial killer?
That would be bad. I was actually hanging out with a friend last night, and he's Jewish, and he said his middle name is Brian with a Y, and he's named after some like singer guy. And then we looked him up last night and determined that he was in fact like he's like a Nazi, like he like is whatever. So I mean that type of thing could happen to you. But it sounds like this is a much better scenario where someone just calls you a Bueller, which is just like a really good movie.
Yeah, it's just my surname. Like I don't really respond to my first name too much, but it works. No, I don't really respond to John, but
So everyone just calls you Bueller?
pretty much.
By the way, we're starting the second half's coming up. We're starting it right now, and we got a 13-10 Colts coming in here, surprising everyone. Right, the line's 10.5. Right.
Yeah, actually, it was like 10.5. I think I got it in at 11. I think I took the Colts getting 11.
Okay, so you put some money down on this game?
I put some Bueller bucks on it.
Put some Bueller bucks on it? Okay.
It's if there's enough Bueller bucks to buy out Dan Quinn's salary, I'll do that. Ron Bird, if you want to check out my article, it is on fansided.com. It's probably
what's going on here? Why does this thing keep
NFL
turning off here? What is that?
We're looking at the little chat thing. Yeah, it's on fansided.com. What is the article called?
What's up?
Troubleshoot.
Oh.
Probably on screen time on it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So we are beginning the second half here.
So John, can you or Bueller? Sorry, I mean, what's your middle name?
Michael. Yeah.
John Michael Bueller. I'm a big middle name guy. Okay.
What is your middle name?
So actually, this is a fun story.
Do you have just initial? You have one?
So what did you? Do you know something about me? Do you know me?
No.
Okay, so this is wow. All right. There's inside information that I feel like I didn't share it. I feel like FanSided might be searching through. I don't know. Anyway, so I do not have a middle name. I have a middle initial. Ethan J. Blumenthal. The middle initial does not stand for anything. It's just the letter J. It doesn't stand for anything. And my parents have never really given me a truly good reason as to why they did it. But I like it. I think it's hilarious. And should I ever have kids one day, they're all gonna either be named. Their middle name's either going to be J, or I'm just going to pick another letter of the alphabet.
Pick like a really difficult letter, like maybe not X, but like what's like a letter like U?
U.
Like what could it be? Like Ulysses.
Ulysses. Is it, or is that Ulysses?
I mean, that's short for Ulysses.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know a lot of Ulysses out there.
Q. Like your middle name is Quentin, Quinn, Quigley.
Yeah.
But
Quigley.
I didn't mean to like catch you off guard there.
Oh no! You didn't catch me off guard. I'm excited to talk about it. I want to get in here. But can you tell me about your predictions for the second half right here?
Predictions for the second half right here. Looking at. Let's see. I picked the Chiefs to win, like most people did on our pick pool stuff. But I did take the Colts to cover. I'm looking
cover the 10.5.
Cover the 10 and 10.5, 11.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like the Chiefs will win by like a touchdown.
Okay.
feeling something in the rain.
So the fact that, the Colts have the ball, they're up 13-10, they're moving it, they've proven a little bit that they can stop the Chiefs on offense, at least in the first half. That doesn't mean anything to you. You think Chiefs still got it?
At the end of the day, they've got Patrick Mahomes, and the Colts have Jacoby Brissett, who I really like as a good player, but Patrick Mahomes.
And as Carmen mentioned, he has a really big caboose as well. That's neither here nor there, but sorry, continue.
I mean, that is a Carmen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the other day we were doing the UGA Notre Dame game, and we were discussing soap.
Okay.
Like types of soap that people use, because they boycotted Irish Spring.
Why are people boycotting Irish Springs? I don't use it.
Because the Irish came down to Georgia and they're we're just not going to sell Irish Spring in Athens, Georgia.
Okay, so interesting.
So Carm was like, I wonder what type of soap. We were just debating soap for 5 minutes,
right?
And that's where that conversation.
Well,
went.
I mean, now you gotta be intrigued. Now you piqued my curiosity. What kind of soap? What's your go-to? I actually just had to go buy some shampoo, and I don't really have dandruff anymore, but when I was growing up I did, so I always had Head and Shoulders, so I bought, and he ran out, and I was like, well, I don't know what else to get, and it's not like if you don't have dandruff, it's not like Head and Shoulders is bad, right?
No,
so I just bought it again. I mean, am I wrong for that?
No, I'll kind of rotate between Head and Shoulders, T-Gel, and Selsun Blue for obvious reasons. I'm just just keep it. I don't think it's good to put the same shampoo on your hair every time. So you want to mix it up a little bit.
You think so? Really? Okay. Because this is, I'm not new to shower. I mean, I wash my hair, but I
did baths for the first 24 years of my life.
Did you really? Oh, you're making a joke. That was John. Guys, John Bueller making a joke, and I didn't get it, and I'm really sorry about that.
That's fine.
We got new messages here. What's going on? I know.
Okay. So Ron Burt asked where I can read the Dan Quinn article I wrote about that they needed to fire him yesterday. Just type it in Google. It's doing really well. I think it's our best article across the entire network right now.
Whoa, there he's it. Let me just wrap that off for you. Nice. Johnny B does it again, man.
And then Eric Ebron needs to score 25 more points for some guy's fantasy for Connor's fantasy.
Connor, we're here for you. I want to put you in a good place because I'm doubting that. What about you? That seems like a big ask.
That feels like he's got to score 2 touchdowns. He can get one. I think he's going to get one.
Yeah.
I want him to get more than one because he seems like a cool dude. He's got 2 E's at his initials. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool when you can kind of do that with.
Oh yeah, no, that's very cool. But the other thing, the other way he could get it is let's just say, Jacoby Brissett, and I'm not wishing this upon anyone, but Jacoby Brissett gets hurt, their backup gets hurt, and then maybe Eric Ebron, he's like, you know what I mean? I can, I could throw it. So he becomes quarterback. That would be the best way for him to get it, I think.
Just every.
What do you think the odds of that happening are? Better or worse than the Colts winning this game?
I think it's less than the Colts winning the game. I think the Colts can still win this game. I mean, going into it, I thought that I didn't expect them to have the halftime lead in Arrowhead. But, here we are. I think the Chiefs have made a couple of boneheaded plays, but, that's kind of been their trend this year. They find a way to win. They try to complete the ball to, looks like, Hilton or somebody. Didn't work out, so they're going to have to punt here. It's a bummer, man. I guess if they would have thrown it to Ebron, that would have helped everybody out.
So when we started this broadcast, I told Carm that I said my hot take was that if the Colts are going to win this game, they have to steal a possession by doing some sort of a fake punt, fake field goal, maybe an onside kick or something like that. What do you think about that take?
I mean, I just kind of wish Pat McAfee was still out there.
Sure,
he would do that.
Of course he would. But I'd love to see. Fakes are exciting, and I'd love to see that. And I think as an underdog, you got to do something like that.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of punters when they throw the ball. Because you think that they don't use their hands. They use their hands on every play. They catch the ball, they punt the ball, and if you gotta throw it.
And they know how to throw. They're a punter. They've been doing this a while. They played football probably during their life. Maybe they were a different position or whatever. But if they're a good enough athlete to be able to punt, they can throw a football a little bit. And it's got to be the most exciting thing for a punter. I feel like it's hard if the coach gives it the play and it's a fake and you're throwing the ball. It's nervous. You're excited. You almost want to smile, right? I couldn't even imagine. It's like playing baseball, and then like when a position player gets to pitch, you know what I mean, or like a or a reliever, you know, like an AL reliever gets to like take an at bat in like the 13th inning of a game against an NL team. I mean, it's good stuff.
Serious question.
Yeah.
Let's just say you're a punter, and they call you a number. It's like Ethan.
Right.
We want
Ethan
you to,
J. Yeah.
Ethan J.
Yeah.
We want you to.
EJ. But I think if I was a football player, they call me EJ. Sorry, go on.
EJ Blumenthal. We want you to complete this 4th and 15.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw it, and you do it, and they take it to pay dirt. Is that the greatest moment of your life at that point?
Well,
or just like it's like as a punter, is that the best moment you could possibly ever have?
100%, absolutely. The other thing that I would say, yes, best moment I ever had, and as soon as I get back to the line, I'm calling my agent and saying I deserve an extension. I deserve a couple extra dollars for that, because not only am I an expert punter, but I can throw a dime too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. John, I think you're getting kicked out here, but it has been a pleasure.
It has been so much fun.
I'm glad we now know each other's middle names. Thank you. Thank you guys again. It's hard. It's hard. Okay. It's hard.
You can get this.
Carm, you want this seat back, or
Sure, let's
go back.
Full restrip. Full shift.
We're doing it.
It's a commercial break. I was talking to upper management. They're loving the show.
Great.
I made that up, actually. Nobody called me. But
sure they do though.
Yeah. No, I was listening. You guys were doing a great job. I was enjoying it. I didn't want to break it up. How would you say the bonding went with Bueller?
It was good, man. It was good. You know, obviously, I think when you meet a guy named John Bueller, the first question you have to talk about Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
which is we did. I mean,
right.
we have to, right?
No, right. No question. By the way, they're showing the youngest MVPs in the history of the game right now. Jim Brown, 21 and 22. Walter Payton at 23. Dan Marino at 23. Patrick Mahomes at 23. That is an awesome list right there. Awesome list.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see here.
That's just another thing that you and I can never do. We'll never be the youngest MVP.
By the way, our fans that are watching us right now, let's see Facebook. How's it looking over there?
Are we doing? We got. I mean.
Oh, we got the. Okay, yeah. Well, hey, Ron and company. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, you can listen to the game sound as well, and sync your TV with the Hot Mic app. So all you gotta do is and use my invite code, which is CARM23, CARM23.
Ooh.
So we have game sound. It takes your whole viewing experience to the next level if you check out Hot Mic. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook, you can listen to the game with some game sound by syncing with the Hot Mic app. The invite code is CARM23. Would love to see you on there. I'm also retweeting that from my Twitter. So it's an extravaganza is what it is. So get involved.
And I know Ron Burt, we appreciate you sticking around, hanging out with us. And I thought Ethan's dream was to get rid of kickers. It still is. It still is definitely the dream. But you know, it's not going to happen today. But I just think that if we power through, someday it's going to happen.
Well, it's all about optimism, right there.
We got a situation here, Garm.
What's the situation?
I thought there was a flag. What was the flag there?
Yeah, I was looking at a guy trying to dance down the silence, but what I'm seeing right now is the Chiefs.
Chiefs are rolling right now.
Chiefs into Colts territory. They're at the 45 with Patrick Mahomes heading off to LaShawn McCoy, and he's going to get inside the 40, pick up a couple here.
LaShawn McCoy, a couple of years ago, I mean maybe like 5-6 years ago, LaShawn McCoy was the guy to get in fantasy football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he ain't anymore. But,
right?
It's not a terrible pickup,
But times changed. But he was like the number one pick. You know what I mean? It just time flies, man.
Yeah, and I by the way, that was not LaShawn McCoy. That was Damian Williams. That's my fault.
Well, so that you set me up for failure.
I did, and actually I failed, and you were fine. And they handed off to Damian Williams again here, but we got a flag down. It's gonna be on Kansas City.
my buddy Sean Sullivan, he sent a picture to a group chat of me and you, Carm, just killing it. I mean, that's just us. We're just killing it. But you know what I mean?
Let me see that.
See that? I mean, that's just you. You're not making a cool face, but I think my face.
I mean, that's kind of big right there.
Yeah, it's big. So, anyways, shout out to Sean, Sean Sullivan. We appreciate you checking us out. If you want to talk about any topics of discussion, Sean, that you want us to talk about here, we got a whole another half of football. So just hit me up. Let us know.
Yeah.
Tweet at us. As you can tweet at me at @andhecanpass, which is a Friday Night Light reference, for those of you who don't know. And then Carm.
My name is at the Carm.
At the Carm.
At the Carm. It's one of the great brands in Twitter history. By the way, if you follow me on Twitter, I will shout you out and give you love. So if you're looking to build your brand, let's build brands together. Let's be a team.
Right.
Let's move forward.
Move forward like the Chiefs are moving down the field right now.
The Mar Bears is asking if Travis Kelce is playing, which is a great question. And I do not.
Did he get hurt?
He's not on the field right now. That's for sure.
No,
and that is going to be an interception.
Way.
That is Mahomes picked off. Colts going the other way. Colts at the 50 and tackled and out of bounds. That could be a.
That's a penalty right there.
It's got to be a flag.
Come on.
Got to be there.
There you go.
Oh, frustration building in Kansas City.
That ball touched the ground. Did it not touch the ground?
What
are all these yellow things on the ground? Is that not bothering you? There's all these yellow things on the ground. Oh, I don't know, Carm.
Ball was...
Goodness gracious, me oh my, call a doctor.
I think that's an interception. I think he got his hands underneath.
I think his hands are underneath that.
And that was the right player at the right time as Okie Okie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know,
especially if they call it that right now.
In my world, the spirit of football, to me, that is an interception. His hands are down. I don't know, man. It's probably not. No way. You can see the dust come up. But
that could be his hand. The ball is hitting his hand. The hand. I mean, I don't know.
That's straight in.
I think, but it could be tough to move.
So you're the type of guy that would play flag football and say that thing was an interception, and you would flat out cheat to win. I know what you would do, Blumenthal.
You just called me. You come in here calling me a cheater.
I mean,
we have a whole good vibe in the first half. We're talking chips. We're talking this and that, hot dogs, and you coming at me like that.
I mean, it's wrong and inaccurate. But am I wrong? Would you not try to figure?
Listen, he doesn't know. The guy who caught the ball, the interception. I mean, he doesn't know.
See, now you're creating excuses of what's going on here.
He didn't. Listen, there'd be an argument, and I believe one of my favorite sayings in sports, Carm.
Yeah.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. So if it's a basketball, right, we're arguing about in or out. Okay. Shoot a three, it's in, you're right. If it's not, and I mean that's the greatest way to solve it. In football, whatever, you'd have to figure that out playing flag football. But ball don't like on.
You know why? I'm going at you because I think you're a man of higher integrity than me. I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
I'm feeling less than.
I
think that's what I think we got to go deep on the analysis right now as to how I would attack your integrity on a flag football field. That's just flat out wrong.
It is wrong.
It's
wrong, especially at this time of year of all times. We have Rosh Hashanah. We got Yom Kippur coming up, Carm, for the members of the tribe out there.
Are you playing?
It's the time of repentance.
Well, forget about all that. I mean, that's sweet too. But I think the big thing is, are you playing in the Turkey Bowl this year?
The Turkey Bowl?
Yeah. I mean, are you playing on Thanksgiving Day?
I will play on Thanksgiving. I hope if I live to 97 or 98. Or however long I live to, I'm going to play on Thanksgiving. We play every year out at the Midway, okay? At the Midway, like down in Hyde Park by the University of Chicago. So if you're out there, we're always in need of a couple more players.
I'd love to get in there.
Because people have aged out. Some people have aged out. We've had some. My dad still goes, 65 years old. Shout out to Jeffrey, Jeffrey Blumenthal. And so he's out there. And he's calling plays. We do, we're big play callers. I don't know about you, but if we're doing flag football or touch football, we like to have plays. It's not running around here and doing whatever you want to. We got to have plays. What do you think?
Depends how long you stay in the huddle. If you guys are sitting there working on a play for like 30 over 30 seconds, then you're an annoying person to play with.
Okay.
But that's
I understand that, but I mean, I just think that if you're running around, everyone just like, I'll just get open. I mean, that's, if on Thanksgiving, that's first of all, it's one of my favorite days.
It's a big game. It's a big
game. We're getting serious. We get serious with it, man. And so we got plays.
I mean,
it's always you got to draw it on the chest, right? You know what I mean?
I'm going deep. You're doing it out,
yeah.
and I mean, what more do you want to say? You two are crossing. Done.
Well, right, but you got to think of it. You know what I mean? Well, this is a call right here.
That ball's in the ground, dude.
Probably.
That's a no-brainer.
Probably, but I don't know about a no-brainer.
I mean, they are just looking at it over and over again. It hits the ground. There's blades of grass coming up.
Blades of grass coming up from his cleats. There's lots of blades of grass.
This is why the NFL blows at times.
They called it. They reversed it. Okay.
Of course they did. I could have told you it was incomplete. I did tell you it was incomplete after 3 seconds. Why do we need 4, 5, 6 minutes on that? Overthinking things in life is just not a way to go about your business. That's all I'm saying.
Overthinking. Are you going to put that in your book? If you write a book, you put that in there. Overthinking things in life. Maybe that should be the title. Be a bad title.
Don't be an overthinker.
Don't be an overthinker. By Mark Carman.
I mean,
what's your middle name, Carman? We did that with Bueller.
That's Alex.
Alex.
Mark Alex Carman.
Alex Carman. Okay.
Ethan Robert Blumenthal?
So I actually, I like to tell people that I don't have a middle name, which is true. I have one letter. My name is Ethan J. Blumenthal, and the J does not stand for anything. It is literally just the letter J.
That's an interesting move by your parents.
It is an interesting move, and it doesn't make a ton of sense, but what I was told was that my parents were going to name me. They were thinking about naming me like Jacob or Jonathan, but then they obviously decided on Ethan. And then as an ode to those names that they almost named me, and they had nothing else planned for a middle name, they just said, we'll just call him Jay, and then he can just be whatever he wants. Give me a little more creative freedom.
That's good. Greg Doyle, who writes for the Indianapolis Star, is tweeting, that's a bad overturn. Nothing incontrovertible on that replay. Kirky screwed out of a pick. You are biased right now, Doyle, and I think he does phenomenal work. You ever read Greg Doyle? Does great work.
I don't know.
He followed the Purdue young man who ended up passing away from cancer. What's up, Owen? I see you.
Owen Moffitt.
Owen Moffitt.
Yo.
Says, yo, dog.
We can say yo back.
We can. You want me to type a yo?
No, we just said yo. He's there.
I went with a yo. Yo. Lolo Jones, by the way, on the Mark podcast this week. Lolo.
Wait, and she's single, right?
Single, 37, virgin. Looking for a great man. You don't have to be an athlete. You can just be.
Okay. Why'd you look at me when you said you don't have to be an athlete?
Well,
what are you trying to say?
I was just looking at you. You took that the wrong way. That was a little sensitive on your part. You are you're an outstanding. You're an outstanding recreational athlete.
Okay.
Right. I mean, we got to name it accurately. You ain't playing no pro ball. You ain't playing no college ball.
Listen, I played college baseball. What are you talking about? We talked about this.
I forgot things.
Come on, Carm.
Where'd you play college baseball again?
It's not important where I played.
No, it matters.
I played at Beloit College.
That counts. That's
absolutely. We did it. Listen,
you played second base.
No, I played. You know what? We've had this conversation before.
And
you shots fired at my arm strength that you think I couldn't play shortstop, but I actually played center field mostly. Although obviously I played shortstop in high school and I pitched. You know what I mean?
You pitched.
Oh yeah, in high school, of course, everyone pitches. In high school.
You're. You know what? Officially, you're a good athlete.
Thank you.
You're a straight good athlete.
Thank you. Maybe you can tweet that out. Tweet at me. Ethan is a good athlete. I'd appreciate that.
Oh, and you like that sticker? You like that MJ? Or are you dogging me? Because if you think he's dogging me? It says nice sticker on the laptop, bruh.
Okay.
Is that a dog?
Well, that also brings up the question of what does bruh mean in terms of the bra situation?
That's the wrong one in there. I think. You tell me that Mike's not done. Look at MJ, man.
That's good.
Look at the way MJ just chills.
Got the short shorts there.
He's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Is Owen on me or is he not on me? I don't know. I can't sniff out Owen.
I'm actually Owen. You have to tell us: are you being sarcastic or are you serious about it? I'm gonna go. I don't know. Came off as sarcastic to me.
I think Owen's on me.
So
he's calling me out for as an old ass man with a Jordan sticker on thing.
Owen.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Owen.
He's the GOAT.
Damn straight he is.
Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Owen Moffett, I'm not sure if he's the GOAT. Might be a good guy.
Owen's
seen him play.
Owen's a bit of a GOAT right now. I love what you're doing, Owen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got some consistent fans in here tonight. Ron Burt, you're my guy, but Owen's coming strong right now. I love it. And by the way, you can, if you're watching on YouTube and watching on Facebook, check out you get the game sound and everything using the Hot Mic app. So feel free to check that one out. So 13-10 Colts. This is we got a solid upset brewing here.
You got a situation here, Carm.
I mean, I appreciate everything about Indy this year. You got a guy who had to move on, unfortunately, in Andrew Luck. You got a Jacoby Brissett who's playing with a ton of fire. You got a Colts team walking into Arrowhead on Sunday night and giving the Chiefs everything they can handle. I mean, what's not to appreciate about this Colts team?
You know what?
Brissett with time. Brissett throwing right sets out of bounds.
Can I tell you, though, appreciating it's great, but at the end of the day, I mean, you got to get the win. You do all you can, but if you don't get the win, you don't get the win. You know what I mean? The Lions last week played the Chiefs pretty tough, right? But at the end of the day, you walk out of there with a loss. It only goes so far. Is what I'm saying.
You're right. They got to come. They got to come correct for the full 60. I feel you. Yeah. And that was a really tough loss for Detroit, who played a great game. But I'm giving. I mean, it's we got 5:45 to go here in the third quarter, and Detroit played. Had the lead for 59 minutes and 30 seconds last week. But the Colts are doing this on the road too. That adds a degree of difficulty.
Absolutely.
Second and 10, pick up a 9.
Man, Colts can really. I mean, the Colts score here. If I bet on the Chiefs with the points, the 10.5. I mean, I'm feeling a little nervous right now.
Yeah. Owen's writing in, LeBron got nothing on MJ. Only one who can compare to MJ is Kobe. You should go to YouTube, the FanSided YouTube page, and check out the LeBron versus Michael video. That was exquisitely put together by Richard Durante, myself, and others. Alex Savas, I think, might have had a play on that one too. But I think it was viewed about 30 million times on YouTube. I think 1.7 million.
Just get that.
I just want to get that out there. It's a 30 million viewer.
You're speaking to the big time.
30 mil, no biggie. Yeah. But I mean, it was viewed 30 million times because people were like, "Damn straight, Carm, you're 100% right," and or the 2 million that were like, "What the hell, Carm, you suck," and LeBron is better than Michael. Those people should be. I'm willing to have a class and teach them basketball. I'm willing to. Tate, you want us to talk about the game that's going on? Hey, we got that too, my friend. This is a full service show. 13-10, Colts are driving, and I've said numerous times tonight now, this is an impressive performance by the Colts, who are holding Patrick Mahomes. For Patrick Mahomes, they're holding him down 18-31, but hasn't gotten in the end zone here. Here's a nice run across the 50, down inside Chiefs territory. Here we go.
Are you still rooting for Kansas City, Carm? Because I'm big time on the underdog train. I mean, I think the basic way I think to watch sports, as anyone should, is unless it's your team, I think you just in general you should always root for the underdog.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's what makes March Madness so much fun. You know what I mean? The underdogs live on every day. It's great.
Brissett in the gun, 1st and 10. Little short pass complete. Inside the 40, inside the 30.
Ooh, we got a flag. We got a late flag, Carm. What do you think? Do we see a face mask there?
All I know is that Hines had a great burst of speed there, and they're looking on the sidelines. It appears that we got an injured Kansas City Chief. Not exactly. Did you see who that was?
No.
I missed it.
Holding offense. Ugh. Well, if that flag came in so late, though. I'll just repeat what I said. I one day want to live in a world without flags. That's what heaven is you can watch football without flags. There's just no penalties.
I mean, I don't know if that world's ever coming your way, Ethan.
That's what I'm saying. It's in heaven. That's why they call it heaven.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Hunter Armour commented here. What about Kareem or Larry Bird as the GOATs?
Well,
you can answer that one.
Well, those are. I mean, Kareem is arguably. You can make an argument that Kareem's the greatest center of all time.
Ooh,
great D by the Chiefs. As Colts trying to keep it on the ground with Marlon Mack, and it did not work out there. Knocked back a couple of yards. It's going to be second down, up and long, at right. I'm okay. Right at midfield is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I'm looking at the Colts running game today. 127 yards on 26 carries. That's five a shot. So they've had it's a ton of success. Marlon Mack is 18 for 90. That's an even 5 for him. So 2nd and 14 at the Chiefs 49. Empty backfield, Brissett in the gun. 2 receivers at the top, 2 on the bottom. Complete to Hines, down to the 41. It's going to be 3rd and let's call it 6. It's a big. You want to talk about the Colts getting a victory, going up 2 scores would be huge.
This is big, and this is to me, I feel like, I don't know, 4 down territory. What is it? Third and 7.
This is not 3rd down territory. 4 down.
This is not 4 down territory. Where are they? They're on the other side of the field.
You're on the You're up 13-10. You're not going for it at midfield.
Okay, but they're still the worst team.
Que paso?
Carm, listen, we're never going to agree on this, but it's okay. All right. Oh, my God. This is clearly, you want to punt it from the 40. If he goes out of bounds, you get the ball to 20. It's a 20-yard punt. That's what you want? Go for it. Here's the other thing.
In trouble.
The other thing about
Brissett
going
gets
for
it away. Brissett, you want to bet? I'll bet you they punt.
It's not about what they do. It's about what they should do. And here's the other thing. Here's the thing is that if you know you're going to go for it on 4th down, then it can completely change the play call on 3rd down.
You could have run it there.
You could run it there, right? And you get a couple yards. Maybe you break whatever you get the first down. Who knows? But it completely changes everything. But when you know and everyone knows that they got to do this on 3rd down because they're not going to go for it on 4th, it changes everything, and he doesn't have an option. Although it actually was almost a play there. And I knew they were going to punt, and I just completely disagree with the call. And there's a YouTube video I want to send you, Carm, and I want you to watch it for the next time that we do this. And it explains why everyone punts, how stupid it is that everyone punts so often.
So just for the record, they did punt because they listened to me, and it was fair caught at the 4-yard line. So I think my math is correct. If they're at the 4, they got to go 96 yards.
So first of all,
they just gained 37 yards.
Is it not a rule, not like a basic rule of thumb, that inside the 10-yard line you don't catch the ball?
That was a bad job.
So
should have let it go.
Doing, right?
Should have let it go.
4, you clearly don't catch it at the 4. The worst that can happen is the very worst, somehow they could get it to the 1, right? So that's 3 yards, or you have the much more likely opportunity, which it rolls into the end zone.
Yes,
So that's a dumb move, and I can't believe that how is someone not telling him, Carm? I mean, if I'm the coach, I mean, we every time they send the special teams unit out there, I say, hey guys, remember, kick returner person, if it's under the 10, within the 10, then you just let it go.
So
you fake it.
So Jamal Custis is a rookie out of Syracuse. He's 23 years old. That's the dude that just caught that fair catch. Mm-hmm. All right. And so people are going to be looking, see Andy Reid, where's the coaching? How does he not know that? The dude's been playing football his entire life.
I'm not saying it's on him as well, but I'm just saying, how many freaking coaches do they have on there? It's always good to remind you. It's like the first base coach in baseball. They don't really have much to do, but you just remind them, hey, freeze on a line drive, right? That's what they say, freeze on a line drive, right? You're going on the ground, etc. It's just a reminder, and it's always good to have a reminder. And it's embarrassing that for him,
that's true,
and for everyone, that that they make a silly play like that can make a big difference.
You know what I love with freeze on a line drive is when you're playing on like your standard rec softball league team, and you got some guy at third base who's coaching third who knows nothing about baseball, and he's screaming at you certain little things. But you're right, man. You're right. There should be a little bit of extra coaching there. It wouldn't have hurt.
It's not extra. You just. It's
a reminder.
It's a reminder.
Hey, man. You go to the 10-yard line. If it's over your head, let it go.
Exactly.
Doesn't seem too difficult. Doesn't seem too difficult. I got you.
I coached first base for a high school team, varsity high school team, and you're as a first base coach, there isn't much. You're not given signs, so you have to figure out what can I say. To just try to make yourself feel a little bit more important. So that's the type of stuff you got to say. But it still can be helpful, though.
Sure.
To a little gentle reminder, this is what you got to do.
Right, and then you feel good for saying it, and it's right. Thank you, Susanna Salas, for the look on the stickers on the laptop. We appreciate you noticing.
You're getting a lot of sticker love. I might have to
I am
get myself
getting
a sticker, man.
serious sticker love tonight. Never had sticker love like this. Maybe it's because I just took everybody else out there and just left MJ alone. Mahomes from his own end zone over the top to Kelsey, who drops another ball. It's been a rough night for Travis Kelsey. He gets rumbling, stumbling, and fumbling over there.
Sure gets targeted a lot.
2:16 left in the third. How's your stamina doing? You all right?
Oh man, listen, I'm doing all right.
You do. You look great.
We're doing it. I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I need to get it. I need to get a sticker. That's one of the things that I've learned from tonight is that I need to get a sticker. And if anyone has a suggestion for the type of sticker they'd like to see on my laptop, please comment away. Obviously, I'm a big Michael Jordan fan too. I think, if Michael Jordan is, to me, I think he's really the second best Chicago Bull ever. Second, of course, to Captain Kirk Heinrich. I'm sure you agree on that, Carm. I'm
a little. That's the age difference between me and you. Like, I feel like you didn't see MJ play, so I think Kirk Heinrich is a great choice.
Listen, Kirk Heinrich, first of all, growing up on the south side of Chicago, playing basketball at the south side of YMCA on 63rd and Stony Island, everyone during that time, everyone just said that I looked like Kirk Heinrich or JJ Redick. Just because, I was like the only white guy there, so everyone was like, oh, he looks like he's Kirk Heinrich, JJ Redick, you know what I mean? So that was
Mahomes again with the ankle. This one looks worse. And we got a Chief. We have we got two problems here. Yeah. We got an offensive lineman down in Wiley, and we've got Mahomes limping off the field. I think Mahomes is going to be all right, but that doesn't look very good. That does not look good right there, Ethan. Mahomes is with a serious limp of the left leg. He's not being helped up, but he's walking incredibly uncomfortably, and Wiley looks like he might be dead. And by dead, I mean
he's not
injured.
Dead, folks. Yep, don't worry too much about Wiley. We can worry about him, put him in our prayers, but I don't think he's dead. I think his leg probably really hurts, though. By the way, Owen Moffitt told me to put a Viking sticker on my computer. I don't think that I'm going to do that.
Appreciate the fandom there, Owen.
Yeah, much more likely to get a Kirk Heinrich sticker.
That's a great choice. Did you see Snoop Dogg for our Kansas City fans that are watching tonight? How about that, showing up at KU on Friday night at the Fog, kick off the season or tip off the season, whatever. It's basketball. Mm-hmm. Snoop Dogg shows up. The team's being investigated for multiple infractions. Perhaps going to be put on probation. What does Kansas do? Start off the year, they bring in Snoop Dogg and they've got cheerleaders dancing on stripper poles. That was aggressive, and they were shooting $100 bills, fake $100 bills into the crowd. Snoop Dogg, and then KU saying like, "Hey, we didn't know that this was going to be the act of Snoop Dogg. It's Snoop Dogg. Come on, man."
All I heard from that whole entire thing was that I should get a sticker of Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg would be a cool choice
to put right here.
Absolutely. So I think Snoop would appreciate that if you got all funky.
Maybe we should have Snoop on the Mark podcast.
That would kill to have Snoop on the Mark. Let's make that happen. I'm trying to catch up here, by the way. On what do we got here? Our guy Zach Best is tweeting out the Chiefs might be better just forfeiting at this point to have a team next week. A lot of injuries going on here. That is for sure. And Andrew Wiley is your offensive lineman that's down out of.
When Patrick Mahomes went out, my brother just texted me, that's what drugs are for. I think implying that maybe they go get I don't know what kind of, they stick a needle in there, make it feel a little better for him.
Daniel Blumenthal's texting the show.
Yeah.
Former Wildcat.
Former Wildcat. That's right. That's right.
I see you, Daniel.
Yep.
Is he watching or is he just hanging?
He's got to be
just
watching.
You.
I assume he's watching.
Yeah.
Or at least he knows that I'm watching. I'm not sure actually. Owen says that
sticker of Eminem,
or no? Who said it said that someone was a sticker of Ethan? I thought. No, sticker of Eminem. Maybe I just read that wrong.
You saw your name.
I thought I did, but maybe it was Eminem. I often confuse my name with Eminem's name.
Chiefs are punting, by the way, from the back of their end zone.
Yeah, uncomfortable position for the punter right here.
Is this Dustin Colquitt? Is he still the Chiefs kicker? No. punter rather. Booted deep and going not deep. Lands at the 40 in Chiefs territory and rolls to the 48. So the Colts are going to have phenomenal.
It's good field position, but it was a pretty good punt though. I mean, he kicked that from the back of the end zone to the 50. That's like 60 yards.
Here's the injury. I'd call it an average punt. You got lucky on the roll. So, yep. Oh, yeah. There's that rolled up on that left ankle. I think he's going to be okay.
I think
Wrap it tighter. You're all right.
We'll see.
Wrap it up.
And my brother also wanted the people to know that if Brett Favre would be back, and who's I know my brother's all-time favorite football player, Brett Favre. So, what do you think about that?
If Brett Favre's going to be back.
No, if he would be back, if that happened to him, would have just happened to Mahomes.
Oh, he'd be back.
Brett Favre would be back.
One of the toughest of all time.
Yeah.
Dustin Colquitt, by the way, is the Chiefs punter. Up the middle run for the Colts as they keep it on the ground with our guy Marlon Mack. We're getting down to strategy now, Ethan.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty of this game right here.
Do we have a dance for the fourth quarter?
You and I?
Something? I mean, I don't know.
We can do a dance. Yeah. I could get up. I could get off this chair. That doesn't seem like the worst possibility for me.
I mean, I'm starting to actually feel a little bit of the Chiefs Colts tension here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mack again.
We got a good game going on here.
Mack spun down. Now you know that they're doing 4-down territory right now. That was a multiple handoff situation. Yeah. I think they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down.
And then go for it on 4th. Is that
and go down? I think they might actually take on the Ethan Blumenthal.
I mean, this is
philosophy.
Clear. At the 40, 3rd and 2. Come on.
Ooh, Brissett with an audible, sending a run. T.Y. Hilton in motion. Hilton now top of your screen, which doesn't make any sense on a live stream, but trust me, that's where he's at. Are they trying to draw the Chiefs offside?
They're watching the same game we are.
That's true.
What are we doing here?
We're calling time.
They were trying to draw them off before the end of the third.
Wow.
Appreciate that. Well, not where anyone expected us to be.
If you bet on the Colts and you got the 11 tonight, you're living the dream. I'll tell you that much.
You're feeling good, but crazy things happen.
I think you got to take that bet. You're up 2 touchdowns. I wonder what the line is right now for the fourth quarter. Do you know how to figure that out? Are you a gambling expert?
I'm not a gambling expert, but I am an expert at typing things into Google. Though.
You are? Okay. That's something worth knowing here.
That I'm an expert at typing things into Google?
Well, I mean, I'm curious what the line is for the fourth.
Yeah, me too. I don't.
As gambling gets legal across the country, are you gonna be aggressive with your gambling life, or are you gonna still maintain the money in your wallet?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely fun. I have a lot of friends that do it really, really every single day, excessively. I mean, whatever. Do it however often they do it. And gambling's super fun. Are you a casino guy?
Love a casino.
Yeah, casino's fun. What do you play?
Poker.
Poker?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever thought about going pro?
No.
Actually, a friend that I grew up with, I went to grade school with, apparently, and I haven't talked to him in years, but I hear through the grapevine that he's like on the professional poker tour. Or at least he was or something, so that's always interesting.
By the way, do we have anybody else out there that is gambling tonight on the 4th? And I'm getting the line for everybody right now. Just texting my guy, getting my bookie on the line here. What's the fourth quarter line? And I should throw that question out to the group as well, as far as their favorite casino games. I mean, I love a good blackjack. I love a roulette, but I want to make my car money last.
Okay.
And poker, you can sit there and fold a million
That's
hands
true.
and wait your turn until you got something.
That's true.
Which is maybe a tad bit of a giveaway, but you still might run into a couple of dollars if you can actually remain patient.
I'm a big. I really like craps.
Oh wow.
Craps is fun. I think you can make money last on craps pretty decent amount. And I'm up on my life, and I haven't been gambling that often. I have some friends that live in Atlantic City, and so I go visit, maybe once a year, and hit the casinos a couple of times, and it's a good time. Mm-hmm. I bring you got to know when to step away though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Key.
So if you guys are anyone out there listening, you're at a casino or whenever you go, hit me up on Twitter, tell me the situation, and I'll tell you if you should walk away or not. Ooh, that was a good little play action there, Carm.
Colts complete.
And see, here we go again, Carm. That yellow,
Flag.
damn yellow thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate again Owen for throwing out there a sticker of Eminem. I'll definitely put that under consideration. I enjoy Marshall Mathers. Yeah, I'm getting on with those. But if anyone else has any other thoughts about that, about what sticker they'd like to see the next time we do a live stream on the back of my laptop, please share with us. We'd love to chat about it.
Right now, the live line for this game is the Chiefs are -5.5.
Wow.
You got to give 5.5 to take the Chiefs right now.
Yeah.
So.
What do you?
I mean, I just.
You were gonna put money down.
I think that is the absolute. That just shows that most people think that Kansas City's going to win this football game.
Oh, they called that on. What did they call there? Carm? What was that call?
I know Frank Reich is having an extensive conversation. We might have to get some closed captioning on this situation here.
Well, we're challenging because they called some sort of interference on, what do we got here? What does James say?
Yeah. Well, Owen wants to know who do we think is going to win. I'm still going to bet on the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes to pull this off. By the way, the line has moved to -5 now for the Chiefs. It keeps on going down, and James Stevens is calling me less than a man for my Michael Jordan sticker, which is just very rude.
I think he was calling me.
Yeah.
I think he's talking to me.
No, why? Whoever he's talking to, it's cool.
I mean, we're a team. We stand by each other.
Kansas City, how you feeling out there right now, team? I know. Do we have some nervous Chiefs fans out there? I wonder, because I can always start feeling the nerves coming through.
But if you're 4-0, though, I mean, you're sitting in a pretty good spot there.
Sure, but I can feel the Chiefs' nerves. I can feel Matt Verderame, our NFL insider, not resting comfortably in his Rockford home with strep throat right now. These are the things I can get a sense of it.
So we were talking about soap earlier. Here we got a Patrick Mahomes commercial with Head and Shoulders, because I was telling John Bueller that I even though I don't really have dandruff anymore, I still always get Head and Shoulders because that's what I've always gotten. And I don't know what I would change it to. And, of course, maybe I don't have dandruff because I've been using it all these years.
That's a lot of dedication to still go Head and Shoulders after all these years. You would think.
Well, but now Patrick Mahomes is doing it, so now I feel pretty good about it. You called him the greatest quarterback of all time.
Troy Polamalu. I mean, a lot of people.
Right. So,
interesting.
So, I don't know.
I'd love to. A live line makes it exciting. Throw a little ducats on the Chiefs at -5 right now.
I mean, you know a guy?
I don't know a guy, but I'm gonna know a guy when it'll be legal. It'll be legal January 1. Live line, but it's a 3-point game. Kansas City's getting 5. You're expecting the Chiefs to score a touchdown and a field goal to win. That's a lot.
A lot can happen in the fourth quarter, Carm.
That's true.
I mean, this not much would surprise me, if this game ended in 27-24 or something, whatever. I didn't do the math, but what are they calling here? It would be nice to hear.
T.Y. Hilton's making a play that they're grabbing.
They called it on him.
Colts look a little frustrated right now. Jacoby Brissett.
I don't know what So I think they must have called the pass interference on him, but he was grabbed.
I mean, we're going instant replay on pass interference right now.
How did you feel about the pass interference call, the non-call yesterday in the Northwestern game? We're going to the big time. This is the guy Patrick Mahomes talking about Northwestern. That was passing interference on Hilton? That's absurd.
They thought he was going with a pick play there. Third and 12 at midfield.
But he's allowed to just
Brissett in the gun, looking right, keying in on. No, there he goes. Little dump off, and it's going to be close to a first down, maybe a yard short.
Now we're in the same spot, Colin. We going for it here?
No, we're punting.
4th down, they're on the 40 again. 4th down on the 40, 4th and 1. They're going for it, Colin.
Pass was complete to Marlon Mack.
Run it here.
No, you're kicking them. Ooh, Frank Reich looks.
Going,
baby.
Yeah,
we're going.
We're going.
Up by
39.
3. 6 straight 4th down conversions for the Colts. Is this a good call, team?
I love it. I'm all about it.
Do we like the call in the chat? 4th down. I would punt it personally, but let's see what happens. Even though they've gotten it 6 straight times, Brissett all over the place. Talking to Marlon Mack in the backfield. 4 seconds. They're going to run it. They're going to hand it to Mack. He's going to be short. He's going to get it.
Oh, he's got it.
He rumbled into there we go.
Feed him. Feed the man.
It's 4th and 1, and they got it.
Which, great call. You got to score more points. They're not going to win this game 13-10. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, we can agree on that. I'm with you.
So if you're not the game's not going to end 13-10, then you know if you're the Colts, you got to score some more points.
Great. That was a phenomenal job by the offensive lineman Smith, 72.
Big time boys making big time blocks.
So now Marlon Mack now 21 rushes for 101 yards. Colts by 3. Again, Mack. Again up the middle, picking up. I don't call it 4, maybe 5. That was actually Jordan Wilkins getting a touch. I was getting Marlon Mack excited. Oh wow!
All the Marlon Mack fans out there, we apologize to you about that. Carm didn't mean it.
I love Marlon Mack. Guy's been phenomenal tonight. By the way. They're giving,
all right. Easy there, folks.
They're giving a little love for Quentin Nelson, who is just absolutely mauling people on the Colts offensive line, or on the Chiefs defensive line. One of the premier offensive linemen coming out of the draft a couple of years ago, out of Notre Dame. He's just crushing people. Matters. The offensive line, 0 offensive snaps missed among the 5 starters this year for the Colts. That's part of the reason for this somewhat surprising Indy success. That's a nice little name right there.
Somewhat surprising Indy success.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect the Colts to be 2-2 after they lost Luck, let alone
in this game right here.
3rd and 2, they hand it off. We're going to have another 4th and 1 here. They're at the 27. 4th and 1 at the 27. Do we go for it, team?
Baby.
What do we think in the channel?
Baby, do I go? I mean, if you're asking me, I'm going. Listen, field goals are nice. First of all, the field goals aren't guaranteed, but I go for it 10 times out of 10. Because, again, I don't think the Chiefs are going to score another touchdown in this game. You think the Chiefs aren't going to score another touchdown? So this field goal, go for it, man. It's not guaranteed.
Looks like they're going to go. It's the riverboat gambler, Frank Reich. 4th and 1 at the 27. And a timeout. Timeout Brissett.
And that's not to be overlooked. That's their last timeout of this game.
That's interesting.
That could be big time with 11 minutes left in the 4th. That could be huge.
That's bad. That's bad timeout management.
Who's this we got here? Is this Nova Wolf here?
What's up, Nova Wolf?
What's up, Nova? Man, we appreciate you. Appreciate checking it out. And Nova agrees with me that they should go for it. So I appreciate that.
Nova, I feel you, man. 4th quarter. Do you? By the way, thank you, Nova, for subscribing on Twitch. We appreciate that, my friend. Thank you much.
Good
to have
asks, you on. Owen asks, do you do it for fun or for money? What is he talking about, Owen?
They just picked up.
They just did it, and I'm looking over here at the chat.
Yeah, well, this is sometimes you get distracted. These things happen. we do get paid to be here. However, I think both of us would do this for free because we have so much passion.
Oh, don't lose our leverage here, Carm. You know what I mean? We wouldn't do it for free. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. Absolutely not. I won't come back if I don't get quadruple the pay.
Exactly.
Right. That's what. Good thinking.
Carm. Yeah,
you don't get into this.
Both under the bus here.
You don't. You get in this business for the love, though, man.
And Nova says, you are a sad man if you don't go for it on 4th and 1.
And they did. And here's Marlon Mack loose.
And how many times has Marlon Mack done the spin move today? That one earlier in the first half was insane. I think he must have been practicing that move in the mirror all day. I mean, that's a good-looking spin move.
I mean, if you're looking for reason number one why the Colts are winning this football game, it has been their ability to churn it on the ground.
To spin.
And Marlon Mack now is, he's spinning, man. That's 158 yards on the ground here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And those are the types of move that you're going to see, Carm, if you come play turkey football with me.
Yeah?
Listen, I'm studying the games, trying to see what I can do here. And if Marlon Mack's gonna spin, I'm gonna work on my spin, and come Thanksgiving, we're doing it.
2nd and 1, Colts keep it on the ground with Hines, and very, very low level of creativity and risk, but okay, picked up another first down. It's a 10-play drive. Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
If the Colts get it in the end zone here, do they win the football game?
I thought you were going to ask me, do they go for an onside kick? Because I'm all about it, and my answer would probably be that I don't think that they're going to onside kick. But man, they're just shoving this ball up the gut here, and the Chiefs right now have no answer for the various running backs we have here.
I mean, that was Wilkins, and there's no real reason to switch it up here. Jordan Wilkins has been running for over 6 yards a carry tonight. He did it again there. Nova Wolf says, no, they don't win. This is the amount of confidence that everybody has in Patrick Mahomes.
And Ron Bird appreciated the comment about practicing in the mirror, that these guys, the Colts, were just sitting there practicing their spin moves in the mirror, and it's paid off big time.
I think they just showed time of possession this half, and Indy's had it for 17 minutes.
Oh, no!
They went
They wish they have that one back.
Little weird option play,
Ooh.
And Tyrann Mathieu in the backcourt, the Honey Badger.
They call him the Honey Badger, yeah.
That was
one of the greatest nicknames.
Big loss. I think it's gonna be 3rd and 10. Let's see how this does.
And especially they've been having so much success running the ball up the gut there.
Try to get a little creative.
That's a good tackle by whoever 32 is on the Chiefs.
That's Mathieu.
That's right. And he's got a proud mother right now because that was a good tackle.
3rd and 10 at the 13.
This is big.
Brissett's got a little play action, looking for the end zone. It's going to be out of bounds.
Not even close.
All right, so here comes your field goal, and here comes the Chiefs with the ball, and they're getting in the end zone, and here comes the win.
That play is brutal.
Vinatieri, who's had a good night so far.
Yeah.
Wow, this is like when you think about the gambling angle of this. You sort of can just you can ride the over optimism on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Just keep firing on the Colts.
Also, is no one else shocked as me that Adam Vinatieri is still kicking footballs?
Spun it in.
I mean, obviously Brady's still playing, but right, the famous Adam Vinatieri field goal in the snow against Oakland, right, 2001. Am I correct in all those things?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
The AFC Championship game, I think it was 2001, right? And there was snow, and then Vinatieri still, cracked the 47-yard field goal wherever it was.
Owen, you too, man. Thank you for checking out the chat tonight. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, although Owen, I mean, he's got a lot of good game left. I understand you got to go to bed, work in the morning. But we appreciate you hanging on. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, Owen, you're a
legend, man. You're a walking legend.
You're a straight fan. We appreciate you. If you're Kansas City though, all things considered, the way I would say Indy's borderline dominated this game, you're
Yeah, but it's when you're at 6 points, it's a touchdown,
it's a 6 point
one
game,
big play away, and
7:40 to go. You get the football. You're at home.
That's why you
feel good.
Put the ball in the end zone, man.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
if you're the Colts, the huge getting 3 points just doesn't do it there.
Let's do an informal poll on the chatter. Who wins this football game right now? Let's see where the confidence is. Colts versus Chiefs. If you had to bet your Ethan Blumenthal life savings right now, which way you going?
The life savings, huh?
Well, sure,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Let's put it all on the line. Let's make it worth something here.
Right. If I was going to bet, I guess I'd probably bet on the Chiefs.
Yeah. See?
I bet on the Chiefs because I think that they, at any point, they're just going to turn it on and they're going to march down the field. At some point, they're going to score a touchdown. I have so much confidence in that. And then can the Colts answer and march down the field again? Because all of their drives have been long, running up the middle, etc. And you can't do that with 2 minutes left down by a couple points. You know what I mean? You hear me on that logic?
I do. It makes sense. I'm seeing here that we're getting a nice solid split here.
We got
Hunter's got the Colts winning. FanSided's got the Colts winning. I think Nova Wolf's got saying the Colts are about to get rolled.
We have Bendelbot. It's got Colts. Surreal says something about Indiana. I'm not sure where that's coming from.
I mean, I'm believing in Mahomes' God right now. Gotti Mahomes, even with the ankle.
Ron Burt says Colts 23, Chiefs 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Kickoff is going to land in the end zone. Chiefs are going to let it come to a rest, and they'll take it at the 25. All right. Patrick Mahomes, somehow that ankle looks healthy again. He's ready to roll. Chiefs' offensive line is sans Mr. Wiley right now.
I think he took but he took a couple pain meds. What do you think?
I think he just had a sort of like an ankle stinger, if you will. Patrick Mahomes, the first 2 drives of the night, he was rolling 13-17 and was doing everything. But since then, the Colts have done a good job bottling him up. Here we go. 7:40 to go. Mahomes' first pass is complete. Out to the 30 and call it the 31.
We went backwards a little bit there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a flag. I'll never be happy to see a flag, Carm. Hate it.
You've had a hard time tonight.
It's just hard. It's just you have the play and it slows down the game. That's what heaven is.
It has
no one gets hurt in football, and there's no flags. And the game just moves along. And there's no kicking either. It's all in heaven.
And that flag is a face mask on Robinson of the Chiefs, who caught the ball as he's running away from a defender, didn't want to take yards, and he did. That's a face mask all day. It's a hard one.
Ooh, it's tough. I mean, it's a tough call to me, Carmen.
Yeah, I called it's
barely.
It's the incidental face mask,
barely.
But now the Chiefs behind the chains.
Scraped him.
125 yards and penalties tonight for the Chiefs.
Also, I want on that.
Taken down
That
and
was
sacked
huge.
Patrick Mahomes. Number 90, Stewart, doing a dance.
My brother wants it to be known that when the Colts just kicked a field goal, he was really saying going for the fake there. That was the time. And I talked about at the beginning. If the Colts want to win, they have to pull out something big, a fake onside kick, something like that, and that might have been a fun time to do it. But we'll never know now.
Chiefs line's having a little bit of trouble here, bro.
Oh yeah,
straight trouble.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where was
look at the bull? There's a bull rush.
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh. Now running with Williams and getting cracked. Ooh. This is live to play another day. You're at 2nd and 30. Let's just get a punt off and see if we could flip the field. Yeah. Get Dustin Colquitt out here. Third down and long.
Surreal says this game is rigged. I'd be curious for you to expand. I'm not even saying that you're wrong, but I'm just in what way do you think it's rigged here, Surreal? I'd appreciate it.
I mean, they keep on showing the Mahomes ankle injury.
But he looks fine.
He looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 28. You're at your own 5.
20.
You let Mahomes try to pull off a miracle. They're
Oh, we got a holding. That's in the end zone. That's a safety, by the way. No.
Oh my God, they're going to get a flag on a pass interference, but they're not going to get the call because there's a hold back
there's
here.
a hold back here in the end zone because they offset. Right? Am I wrong here?
I think that is going to be an offset. That's a wow.
Which is
that's
huge. If somehow the lineman could have communicated that there was a flag thrown, then there would have been no passing interference.
Let's see what we got here.
No.
Multiple flags.
On the play.
Holding on the offense. Pass interference in the defense.
Oh.
Offset situation.
Ooh. Now that could have been a game changer. That would have been because it was in the end zone. The holding was. Now, what do you think about that?
I don't know if the holding was in the end zone.
Well, I guess I don't know exactly what they called it on.
That's not pass interference down the field.
That's absurd.
So it's 3rd and 28 again.
We're doing it again
from the 6-yard line.
I like to see a safety here. Let's see some fun here. Ooh, almost had him.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That was an incredible play. Oh wow,
he get it.
He danced around and came up a yard short.
And we're going for it? We're going for it, guys?
I don't think you can go for it here.
You can go for it? Think you trust the defense?
Nah, maybe you do. 5:27 to go.
They had all
4th and 1.
Though. Colts don't have any.
Mahomes rolled to his left, threw back across the middle, and they were able to get within 1 yard. 4th and 1. That was an incredible play. They're going for it. Handoff, Williams. Short.
Oh, what a tackle! What a tackle!
Did not like the setup there at all.
What a tackle!
Justin
Busting
Houston,
it up in the backfield.
The former Chief, now a Colt, and now you got now Kansas City's in deep trouble.
You know, they only are if the Colts, they got 3 timeouts. They just got to stop them. You know,
they're in field goal range.
Well, 3 and out, field goal.
9-point game.
There's still time.
I don't know if your math is working out here.
My math's, they gotta, listen, they ended up with this 3rd and 28. That was, was an aberration. Doesn't happen.
All right, 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I feel pretty good if I'm the Colts right now, but there's a lot going on. And Surreal keeps on saying the game is rigged, and I'd love to expand on that. What's being rigged?
I'd like to know if people think this game is over. What do you think, Bendelbot? I think this game is done, cooked and over. Barring a Colts turnover here, which I suppose is possible. This game is over, bro.
You think so?
This is going to be an Indy win. This is going to be the first Chiefs loss of the year. FanSided is saying that the Colts are 78% likely to win now. I think that's low. That may be what the odds.
So that's like the ESPN index. What's the CARM index?
My CARM index is 93%.
93% on the CARM.
I'd actually go 95%.
Okay. Oh no, FanSided now says it's 91.6%.
Yeah, there we see. All right, now you come in CARM's way. My sense for these things are strong.
He does. You are good at that. He's a numbers guy.
I want the Colts to win because I like the Patriots for mental. You don't need to worry about Kansas City if you're in New England, just so you know.
If you were New England, who would you worry about?
I wouldn't worry about it. I would worry about New England. I would worry about staying healthy.
Okay.
I mean, I would want home field. I would not want to have to go to Kansas City. But I think
don't think. The Patriots are going to lose. They're not going to lose the game. They're going to lose the game. You think?
No, they're going to lose.
Could this be the 19-0 season?
When does New England lose? Let me pull
it up.
Let's look at it. When do the 5-0 Patriots lose? Let's see here. Next week they're home with the Giants, win. Then they're at the Jets, win. Home with Cleveland, win. At Baltimore, November the 3rd. That's probably your first shot at it. Lamar Jackson goes big.
Hunter Armour says worry about the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Hunter's drinking whiskey tonight.
What kind of whiskey are you drinking, Hunter? Let us know.
They got to go to Baltimore. They got to go to Philly. They're home with Dallas. Cowboys will have a shot in that game. They're at Houston. Let's go to Sean Watson. They're home with KC on the 8th. That'll be a great game. At Cincy's a win. Buffalo a win. Miami a win.
Ooh, well, Buffalo played them tough. Buffalo, are they 4-1?
Buffalo ain't beating New England.
All right.
It's a home game. Wow. I did not like that play call by Kansas City, by the way, in the 4th and 1.
That's a big time. It's a big time play, man. Big time players make big time plays. Hunter Armour says that he's drinking water-flavored whiskey. I'm unfamiliar with that.
2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line with 4:24 to go. Handoff. Mack dancing. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Needless to say, the Chiefs do have their 3 timeouts. They're using one right now. That's a good call.
Can't take him with you.
Can't take him with you, and you've got a 3rd down, so you might as well. But I don't know. 1 yard. This could very easily be a 1st down. And you just blew it. Burned a timeout. Justin Houston's got to be thrilled.
Feeling good. He's got proud parents right now. You know, I mean, if I'm Papa Houston, I think I'm watching this game. I'm saying, man, it's my boy out there. He's making me proud.
And you know, he's got nothing to feel bad about with Kansas City. They gave him his first chance in the league. They paid him a ton of money.
So the Colts win this game. Let's just say they win this game. Okay, and I'm not saying it's over. Okay, you know, it's 90% chance. There's still plenty. There's still an opportunity here. But if you're the Colts, you win the game. Where do you go out to eat afterwards in Kansas City?
Mack at the backfield. Mack picks up the 1st down. 1st down, Indianapolis to the 20. The percentages are now, what's up, Oscar? Colts are now at 94% likelihood to win this game. I would put it at 98% with everything that's transpired today.
On the Carm Index.
You're down to a fumble, basically.
I mean,
Chiefs.
Well, at this point, the fact that they haven't been able to stop him is very concerning. So, you know, if they can't stop him, the game's over. But if you can, just looking at the time, you know, they kick a field goal, it's 9 points. You know, they're going to need an onside kick. So,
does this mean? What is this? Let's ask a question. What does this mean? Because I'm seeing some Patriots chat coming in here. This is, I don't know if it's a game changer in the AFC, but I think it does cement New England as the heavy, heavy favorite in the AFC right now. You're losing at home to the Colts. Not an impressive night for Kansas City. I mean, and he's
they're
played
just
well.
Running all over him.
And they've exposed the Chiefs' defensive line tonight.
Yeah.
Exposed.
They're just creating holes the size of the Lincoln Tunnel.
And they were able
like
to.
That reference, Carm.
I mean, I think that's strong. I think they have also perhaps create a little bit of a playbook here on Patrick Mahomes, perhaps just a little bit.
Yeah. You know, we started off this live stream with you just talking up Patrick Mahomes. You said he might be the best quarterback ever, and they've scored how many points, Carm?
It's been a rough night.
It's been a rough night. 10 points. And you wouldn't say that they don't have weapons on offense. You can't say that.
I wouldn't say that.
They have weapons.
They do.
Mahomes one of them, Kelsey another, to name a few, but 10 points so far.
Don't forget Monday Night Football, by the way, the Niners and the Browns.
Ooh, should be a good one.
Niners at home. Brissett, handoff. Mack, Boiling, still moving. Look at this. Look at the physicality of the Colts, just pushing the line like a blob. That would have given him the 1st down. Who wants it more? It's clear the answer tonight was Indy.
Mm-hmm. Well, so far, listen, crazier. You would admit that crazier things have happened. Can you admit that?
Then right now,
the Chiefs win this game.
I don't know if I would admit that.
Crazier things. Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yeah, give me. Go
do
ahead.
You remember the 2005 Fighting Illini versus Arizona Elite Eight? Do you know the game I'm referring to?
That's basketball.
I know, but we're just talking about things that are less likely, and I think that was like 17 points with like 2.5 minutes left to go, and they come back and win that game. I'm just saying, crazy things happen.
Ooh, they're giving the Colts a bad spot on that run. Ooh. This is going to make it 4th down at the 11-yard line. Now this
Chiefs
is
timeouts.
Now they just gave that was a BS spot. So you're going to have to kick the field goal. Because of that spot, let's see here. Oh, man. Maybe they got it right. This is
big, though. This is big right here.
This is enormous. Vinatieri, good. 19-10.
The 75-year-old Adam Vinatieri is still good. He's still good from it.
I was starting to feel. I felt a little bit nervous there, though. He misses that, and everything's up in the air.
Different. I mean, then you might even pick the Chiefs again. But now Chiefs, the clock's gonna stop with 2 minutes. That's it.
You're going to get the ball back. You got to go down the field.
You got to score.
You got to score a touchdown. Get an onside kick.
You know, the odds are now we're in a tough spot. Now we're in a tough spot. What are the odds of an onside kick happening when you know it's coming? I think it's a crazy good. I think I remember looking it up. The odds of an onside kick if they don't know it's coming is something absurd.
More likely, you dating Lolo Jones will be on the On the Mark podcast tomorrow, or the Chiefs winning the football game.
Well, do I get to meet Lolo Jones?
If you want.
No, but I'm saying, so if I get to meet her, then the odds really increase. If we're just having
look at the
conversation,
confidence.
I got a lot of confidence.
Look at the confidence.
Look at the. I'll wear another fall-colored shirt.
She might like
that.
I
look good in fall-colored shirts.
Again, the kick goes into the end zone. By the way, shout out to my brother, David Carmen's birthday today.
Shout out.
Turning 29 years old for the 15,000th time. Congratulations. Well, hey, we are contractually obligated to stay to the end of this game. Mm-hmm. And I'm here for the drama. Let's go, Patrick Mahomes, right down the field.
I'd love to see that. I mean, can we at least see an onside kick? The thing, though, actually, as I'm looking up the percentages on onside kicks, they used to be really good, but when they... Okay, we got a flag coming in there late.
Oh.
What do you think? Holding?
That's got to be a hold on the Chiefs wide receiver who's in the secondary. And Mahomes running, but clearly that ankle bothering him, and he took another hit that he doesn't need to take. Let's see here. They're going to do holding on the defense. Wow.
Oh. Whoa.
5-yard penalty added to the end of the run.
I'm for it. Listen, I've been rooting for the Colts this whole game, but I want to see some action here at the end. Oscar Hernandez, we appreciate you checking us out, and he asks us, who are your Super Bowl teams?
Who are my Super Bowl teams?
Yeah. Hunter Armour says 49ers versus the Patriots because he's drinking that water-flavored whiskey. That's why he's on top of the 49ers.
I got the Packers and the Patriots.
Packers-Patriots?
Yep.
Okay, well, the Packers look pretty good against the...
Mahomes pass incomplete, intended for seemingly no one. 2nd and 10. 2:13 to go. Flag on the play.
Goodness gracious.
Feels like holding.
Defense again?
Wow.
Now this is where Surreal was saying that this is rigged. I feel like this is rigged, right? Trying to give the Chiefs just a little bit of chance so that the people stay tuned into this game. What do we think about that, Carm?
I see. I think that the risk reward on there is pretty bad for fixing games. I personally wouldn't fix a game, just have people tune in for another 2 minutes of Sunday Night Football. That just would be me.
Okay.
I mean, maybe that's too logical.
But you're just saying this is just one game. But if you're thinking that it happens all the time, you know what I mean?
Pass complete.
Try to get this playoff before the 2-minute warning. Are they going to be able to do it? My gut says no.
And they're not going to. There's the 2-minute warning.
And he's pissed.
He's a competitor, Patrick Mahomes. I'll give him that. So let's see here. Undefeated teams. New England 5-0. The Chiefs are going to be 4-1. And your other undefeated team is the San Francisco 49ers hosting the Cleveland Browns tomorrow night. So we're down to 2.
You want to pick a winner on that game, Carm? Browns and 49ers.
I'll take the Niners at home.
I'll take the Brownies.
Like that
you know what I mean?
I mean,
you a fan of Baker Mayfield?
I go back and forth with Baker.
Okay.
I appreciate the confidence, but sometimes it gets to be a little bit much.
Right. I understand, but I think that all sports, and I know you're a big fan of like the bat flip in baseball. I like, I like celebrating and
I like celebrating too, but but you gotta back it up.
No, that's 100%. That's 100%. What did he say about Rex Ryan. He had some comments about Rex Ryan. Did you hear about that?
Picking fights all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
right. You can say whatever you want to.
I like a little. I like a little respect every now and then. Just a little, you know. All right, 2 minutes to go here. Mahomes having an extensive conversation with his teammates.
Surreal says sports are rigged. You know, you come at this a lot here, but there's been no explanation of what they're talking about exactly.
Mahomes complete to
the
Kelsey
10,
inside the 10.
We got 154. I'm just saying we get in the end zone the next play, then there's still plenty of time for the Chiefs to score if they can recover that onside kick.
Reminder that the Chiefs have no timeouts. So
minute 43.
They have to get an onside. Looking for the end zone, flip it in, incomplete. 1:36 to go, second and goal. I mean,
so here's a question for you that I always have after every single time I watch a football game: is why weren't the Chiefs marching down the field like this the whole game?
Let's see. People on Twitch are asking about the Bears. Soothings is my dad wants my thought on the Bears from Twitch. My thought on the Bears is that they better get that offensive line together.
Flag there.
Got to get the offensive line together. Soothing, big trouble. Kyle Long looks like he needs to retire. I don't know what's happened with Cody Whitehair and James Daniel in the middle there. So the trouble is my take on the Bears right now. They got to be able to run the ball, because Mitchell Trubisky or Chase Daniel are not going to be able to lead them to the promised land. So you got to get the line together so you can run it, control the clock a little bit better. Ooh. And that defense, which is supposed to be Super Bowl worthy, can't be giving up a 97-yard drive late in the fourth quarter to the freaking Oakland Raiders. Those are my thoughts on the Bears.
All right, that's strong thoughts from at the Carm.
Third and goal at the 9. Mahomes sprinting away from trouble. Now stepping up in the pocket and sacked at the 18. Big trouble. Mahomes.
Oh, they got to kick a field. They're
going to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Ooh, and the Colts, bro, you got to get off the field. The clock's going to stop because they have an injured Colt player. That's brutal for the Colts.
You know that was super freaking impressive by Patrick Mahomes to be able to process, all right, we take the field goal now because we're not getting in the end zone. And I think he probably was even considering that as he scrambled around, like, I'm going to take a chance here because if I do get sacked, then we can kick the field goal. Everybody else was kind of frozen in time, and he's running off the field screaming at everyone, let's go field goal kicker, get out here and kick it.
You're still just, preaching on this, jumping on this Patrick Mahomes train right here, even though we're sitting here watching this game all night and they've scored 10 points.
I can't believe you're jumping off the Mahomes train.
I'm not. I never was on. I mean, he's really, really good. But I mean, you said greatest of all time. I mean, that's a lot. And I'm sure this Colts player is injured, and I'm sure he's hurt. But man, you got to get off the field. That hurts.
This Colts player is really hurt.
He's really hurt.
You got a bunch of people with. I think we have a massively disgusting broken leg. Because we got the whole Colts team is down on the ground right now praying for him. And the fans in Arrowhead are kind of beside themselves. I haven't seen the replay. Did you see the replay?
No.
So let's see what we're going to get here.
Well, I hope it's not one of those bone sticking out situations. How do you deal with that sort of thing?
By looking the other way.
By looking the other way, okay.
Joe Theismann.
Have you ever had any nasty injuries or seen anything?
Broke my wrist on the pommel horse in sophomore gymnastics.
Okay. All right.
That was really rough, but I did use it to get me out of gym.
Okay. You didn't like going to gym?
I mean, get me out of swimming.
Get me out of swimming. Okay, you didn't like swimming? Not a swimmer?
Not a swimmer.
Swimming's hard.
Card is out. Let's see here.
So... Mutt Killers just came in, and he's not watching the game. So what happens? The Colts are dominating this game so far. They're up 19-10. There's like a minute and some change left, and the Colts are and the Chiefs are about to line up for a field goal, and then they're going to need an onside kick recovery and then a touchdown. So, a lot has to happen for this to go.
Apparently, our injured Colt his foot is pointed in the wrong direction, which is not great. And I am trying to figure out who our injured Colt is, which is not a good job by @thecarm on Twitter. Thank you for following me.
Well, we was being carted off. I still didn't see a replay here.
Okay. Let's see here.
We'll find out soon. All right. Got a 36-yard attempt by, is this Butker? Is this our guy Butker? It's a classic name, probably related to Butkus.
Big kick right here. If he makes it, we're going to have drama. He does make the kick.
Now we get it. Come on. Let's have some fun here.
Casey Wolf is dancing. And
of course, Corm, this game, it's pretty unlikely we go to overtime here. If the Chiefs happen to get the onside kick, happen to go for it, make it, 6-point game, they're going to win this game. So, Carm, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If they recover the onside kick, what are the odds then that the Chiefs win the game?
50-50.
50-50.
50-50.
They recover it. Okay. But they still need to go, get in the end zone with, a minute left.
Kimoko Toure is who got carted off the field, by the way, with his foot pointing the wrong way. I think the Colts are...
No timeouts for either team.
Got the hands team out there. We're all rooting for a miracle here, Kansas City. Even if you're a Colt fan,
just have some fun here.
You're not really rooting for that if you're a Colt fan.
If you're a Colt, Colt fan.
It's a very skilled onside kick here. And it's kicked to the right side. It bounces up nice and easy, recovered by the Colts, and that will be the football game. Indy, Doyle, the tight end out there, Frank Reich with a big smile on his face. This one is going to go the way of the now 3-2 Indianapolis Colts. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Remember, you can subscribe, you can you can share with your friends. The old FanSided, we appreciate it here on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you are watching us tonight on Twitch.
Don't forget to check us both out on Twitter. You can follow Carm at @thecarm, right? And then you can follow me at and he can pass for all of your various sporting news and throw on some jokes in there as well.
Oscar Hernandez, you are awesome. Same thing with you, Surreal, even though you think it's rigged. I appreciate your perspective. Nova Wolf, rock and roll. Bendelbot, have a great night, my friend.
Ron Burt, I think you had to go to bed earlier, but we appreciate you as well.
Burt, we love you. N Foster, 52, you're the man. Nobody gives you more love on a chat than you get at FanSided, as we really appreciate our people. And as we continue to grow this thing, of course, Mutt Killers, I see you, my man. Good to have you alongside tonight. Awesome contribution there, Mutt Killers. And everybody who jumped in as we have made it through another night of football. They are on the field as Frank Reich and Andy Reid are going to shake hands. Congratulations to Indianapolis and everyone who checked in tonight as I just continue to scroll through the chat. And thanks to our friends at Hot Mic giving us the game sound tonight and getting us rolling on that platform as well. Awesome to be a partner with Hot Mic as we continue to move our live stream forward.
If you enjoyed listening to me and Carm, the Mark Carman podcast comes out via FanSided every Monday afternoon, so don't be afraid to download it. Check us out. We have some good times on there.
On the Mark with Lolo Jones, Ethan, and a whole lot more tomorrow. Thanks again for watching tonight. Thanks to Richard Durante producing, directing, dominating. Thanks to John Bueller for jumping on in here during our halftime. Thanks to Hunter Armour, our video director, producer, superstar as well. Everyone contributing tonight. Colts 19, the Chiefs 13. We will see you next week.
Peace.